investigation, having found a rather elderly looking chap. You could tell he was old because the skin had started to rot off his bones. A fight broke out, and he ran away. And you looked through some of his stuff in his office, took some journals, a book that seems to be about making clay golems, and a strange gem. You then found a secret door that led to a font. And when you looked in the font, you saw it project an image of a corridor that you've seen, much like other corridors you've seen in the dungeon, and a large hulking figure in plate mail walking down it. At least until that plate mail figure happened to notice you watching and leapt out of the pool and attacked you. You destroyed it. The pool now stands merely full of a few, about like an inch of water remaining, most of it having sloshed out of the pool when the creature emerged. So, what would you guys like to do?
I wasn't here last session, so uh, what do you guys think? What are we on, like, are we looking for something right now, or?
I think
Well, we have
I think we still need to find some gems.
We're still missing. It's just one orb, right?
Two more orbs.
Oh, still two more. God, you guys
One
didn't
more.
even find one last time. It is one more. Okay.
yeah we have 9. The
Yeah,
door
we're short one.
holds 10. So I guess
And
we're back
we're
through that floor.
The last one's in the gargoyle's fist that we saw.
No, that's on a different floor.
I thought that was on the floor before we went to the other floor, because we
No,
got to the gargoyle, couldn't figure out the puzzle, and then we went to the other floor and dealt with that
the
other guy.
gargoyle was down several flights of stairs. Then we went up the stairs and ran into the dude.
Yeah, and all the orbs on the same level, which was the level we were on. Isn't that?
And when you go downstairs, that's a different level, correct?
That's the level we were on, with the
But
gargoyle with the 4/3 arms.
that was on a different floor. You went down a flight of stairs to get to that.
Then I have no idea where the orb is then, if it's not in that hand.
Well, let's go back to the lever room and go out that entrance there. Where we found the gold skull in Iago. And get back on the floor where we know the orb will be. And then let's run it back through and see if we missed something.
sounds like a plan to me.
So, what are you guys doing? Because right now you're
heading
just
back.
standing in this room with a pool in it.
Yep, heading back to where we ran into Yak and
And where was that?
back down the flight of stairs.
Okay. So you head down this flight of stairs at about 25 feet vertical distance. You go down to a closed door. Is this the door you're going through?
Can we check it first?
Sure, you can check it for like traps and things if you want. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Hold on, something's going funky with my shit. What is happening? Okay, got it. Sorry.
You find no evidence of traps.
Put my ear up to it. Take a listen.
Make a perception check. You do not hear anything.
Right. Well, let's just slowly creep open the door and take a peek.
Are you trying to be stealthy about it, or
How
or
we
just going for
feeling,
that horror
guys?
movie-esque vibe with the door slowly creaking open on you?
How?
Bust
Yeah.
that bitch down.
Yeah. Let's
You want
just
me-
do the. Yeah. Let's just do the fucking.
I can open it for you if you want.
No, I'm cool. Just crank that shit open.
All right, you throw the door open, revealing a pentagonal-shaped room, a lever on the wall on the right, and a window to the south, looking out upon a hallway with a opening in the floor, light streaming out of it. On the east wall, a 1 foot wide, 3 foot tall crawl space.
Hmm.
Are we on the second level down or the third level down?
Thank you. So wait, we're in this. We're in the stairway right now.
Yeah, you just threw open the door.
Okay, so
And then there's another door in front of us.
No, there's a
Was it-
window.
Oh, the window. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, we've already been
um,
here.
Oh, this is where. Yeah, this is where we beat that guy. So we got to go back through the crawl space.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going back to that floor.
Uh-huh.
We were at that floor. I was just asking if you were doing anything. So, are you going through that crawl space or what?
Yeah, we are.
Yep. Back
Okay.
through the crawl space.
Yep, so you go through the crawl space, it turns to the north. You squeeze your way through it, turns to the west. You emerge in that pentagonal room, the plinth on the southern end where Yak had, previously been resting, currently following Byzantine, just constantly giving a sarcastic running commentary as to the party's activities. The door to the north at the top of the stairs looks to be closed.
Um,
This isn't. This isn't the door into the death washing machine thing, right?
No,
No, that's through the window.
that's the window.
is this
Oh,
the door
okay.
we need to go through?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, kick that bitch open.
Who's going up there?
I am
All right. What's your passive perception?
13.
13 would be good enough. You notice as you get to that almost stepping onto the top landing that the baton that had been placed there to prevent the pressure plate from triggering has been removed.
Oh, hard stop. Cause we gotta. Well, one, we have to get around this little pressure plate here.
Good thing I know someone who can fly.
Well, good thing he's not here.
I'm right here.
Oh,
Yep.
you can fly?
Yes.
Nice.
His
Literally,
name is Iago Zazu.
He's named after two different
Literally
birds.
2 birds.
Guys, can I make a humble I've never seen the fucking movie.
Well, there's two different birds from two different movies. So
Okay, well,
You haven't seen Lion King or Aladdin?
I've never watched Lion King all the way through, and I've never seen Aladdin.
I find that
Well,
hard to
I
believe.
don't like Disney movies. They're not my thing. Anyway,
Where do I need to fly to?
we got to get
Is-
over this pressure plate. Is there What do you mean baton? I don't remember what the baton.
Baton, we
was.
wedged it shut because Iago was on it when we found him.
Ah, I see. Is there a way to wedge it shut again?
Well, if you could make a a thieves' tools check to attempt to leave another baton in there to wedge it, in a position.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Was the old baton still there, or is it just gone?
No,
Like
it's
laying
gone.
on the. It's just gone. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that.
Well, make a thieves' tools check then.
And then I'm
Inspire!
Going to oh, thanks. I was going to inspire myself, but that works too. Yeah, I'm going to use it. D8.
Yes, sir.
19.
All right. Yeah, it almost feels like you fucked up and it would activate the trap. But Iago's inspiring, music keeps you from, your hands from shaking, and you're able to wedge another baton in there, preventing the pressure plate from activating.
Excellent. Well, feel like we're going to have to kill something now.
Why do you think that?
Because somebody moved the baton.
Could be.
Well,
But-
what else would happen to it? Did it snap under the pressure plate?
This whole place is magical. Maybe the room's got some kind of reset function that sets it all back to normal after X amount of time.
There was that time that you and I got caught in that mysterious tunnel.
hmm
That shifting one.
That's what I mean. Something like it could be something like that, you know.
It's fair.
So is it just like a single pressure plate, or is the whole floor that we have to walk across a big pressure
Yeah,
plate?
it was one big pressure plate.
Okay.
And with that successful check, you have disabled the pressure plate by wedging a baton in there so that it physically can't activate when you walk across it.
Cool. I say we keep it moving.
So you're just throwing the door open again?
Check for traps again.
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Nice.
You do not see any evidence of traps on the door.
All right. Oh, you say on the door?
Well, yeah, you checked the door for traps.
Yeah, that's
which is-
fair. Okay. I'm gonna be quiet and creep it open.
All right. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh, fuck. That sucks.
Yeah, with you can all hear the sound of stone on stone grinding as you push the secret door open. But it's not terribly loud. And as you look into the 10-foot wide hall on the other side of it, you see no creatures nearby to have heard it.
Nice.
The 10-foot hall continues to the east with a couple of alcoves out to the grand central staircase. To the west, a pair of open double doors. The room with the tapestries that you've removed. And to the north, a 5-foot wide hall leading to a tomb.
Ooh, I kind of want to go towards the tomb. I don't know about you guys.
We've been here before.
Yeah,
Oh,
we've been like all over this place.
that's fair. Sorry.
We're going back through this floor to find the last orb.
Ah. Well,
We
it looks
already
like
ripped
there
the
might
boar
be
head
one
down,
right
huh?
there, yeah?
Yeah, you've mangled that boar's head.
Yeah, we double checked that room, so let's just go room by room and double check all of them.
Have we haven't double checked the tomb room yet, though, right?
No.
Yeah, let's go into the tomb room.
All right. So you walk in there. A 4-columned portico juts out from the far wall, beneath which an open stone sarcophagus rests in a wall recess. 4 ceramic frog masks hang in niches around the sarcophagus. Beneath the masks, humanoid bones are strewn across the floor. To the east, a large carving of a tentacled frog monster squats above a shrine. offerings lie on a shelf before it. 4 rectangular frescoes adorn the adjacent walls.
Is this the tomb that we put that skull in, or the skull pieces in? Because it was getting like revived or something.
No, that was a different floor.
Okay. Should we just crack the tomb open?
Well, the sarcophagus lies open already.
Okay. Can we go? Can I go and investigate or see if I can find anything in the sarcophagus, like a secret drawer or something?
Sure, go ahead and make a investigation check as you walk over to the sarcophagus.
I can help.
Don't
If
need
that's
it.
all right.
All right, let the big boys take over. Go ahead, Dylan.
Can I look as well?
Yeah, inside you see the bones of Froghemoth and, some ancient decrepit looking arrows that probably are useful for nothing more than kindling.
And the wall on the right is on the east is the frescoes, you said?
No. So if you look at the map, you see north and south of the shelf on the east wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the frescoes. The little niches in the northeast and southwest angled walls, those are where the masks are. The sarcophagus is in the very far north. The walls around it are relatively plain looking.
What are those things on the east and the eastern wall? That's a
The shelf with the
shelf.
offerings and the shrine, and then the frescoes.
Ooh, the shrine could be a place to look.
We already reviewed the shrine. Can we get a? Can I look at the shrine again and see what was on it?
Sure. There's a 6-inch stone statuette of a Froghemoth with an inscription on its base in Old Omuin, which you translated previously as "Give thanks to me as others have done since the dawn of time." You see a copper bowl containing some rat bones, 4 dead cockroaches, a green wax candle with a salvageable wick, and 5 loose gold coins.
Can I drop 5 gold coins in the little bin?
What bin?
The offering thing that's got the cockroaches and the rat bones and
Well,
stuff
there's
in
a
it?
copper bowl that contains rat bones. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, that's like it's an offering bin, right?
It is a copper bowl. You can ascribe whatever you want to it. I'm telling you what you see.
I would like to drop 1 gold coin in there, please.
Okay. Yeah, you guys hear the dull clang as the gold coin hits the copper walls of the bowl. Nothing seems to happen, though.
I bet it's in the little frog statue.
Yeah, can we can I look around the statue?
Sure. Make an investigation check as you
I'm
kind
gonna
of look at the statue.
I'm gonna inspire myself as well, just in case.
Okay.
Aren't you still inspired from Dylan?
You used it.
I
Oh.
used it. Oh. Wait, so the little black dot means I can add my proficiency bonus, correct?
It
Yeah.
should already be added.
Yeah, it'd already be added.
So it'll say, okay.
Yeah, you look at this stone statuette, its heft, and the like, and the heft suggests that it's solid stone, and you do not see any seams or indications of mechanisms or any way to disassemble this.
Okay.
And so remember, there are other rooms, so could just not be this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we hadn't checked.
No, I think we should just check another room.
All right, cool. Well, on my way out, I'm gonna swipe the coins out of the copper bowl.
Do you mean the single coin that was dropped in there?
Yes.
There's 5 loose coins on the shelf,
Oh. Okay.
right?
Yeah, those two.
Okay, you can grab all those. And yeah, you grab the coins. You guys walk out of this room.
Were they like actual currency?
Yeah, I mean they're coins made of gold. People will use them in trade. The Soinerage is that of like ancient Omuin, prior to the fall of the trickster gods.
Antiquities.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there anything
Like a
fancy?
Sacagawea.
Is there anything fancy about the coins that stands out other than it's gold and it's shiny and it's used for trading?
As I said,
It's-
they appear to be old, but other than that, no.
Okay, cool.
We're sure we don't want to like look at the frescoes based off of the. Remember the plaque in this level, in the main room.
Vaguely.
I don't know what it means as far as walk through water with weapon in hand. It says slake your
Walk
shadow.
through water with weapon in hand was the waterfall.
Yeah, and it says slake your shadow at the font. The vulture is the first step. We did that. And
Wait,
it says
wait, wait.
right
What's the second line?
the vulture is the first step in that puzzle room we already did.
No, the second line.
Slake your shadow at the font. Remember we discussed
Did
slake
we-
and how it means thirsty.
Did we get an orb from there?
Wasn't there at
I
the
don't think we got an orb from there. Let's go
well, at
there.
the we
Yeah,
went to
let's
the
go check
font.
that.
Wasn't there where the banshee something
Yeah, there was
was?
the shadow thing there, but did we ever get an orb from that room? Every single room in this area we've got an orb from, but I don't think we got an orb from that room. Let's
The
go fuck
Banshee
around
room?
there.
I think you're right.
Banshee room?
Yeah.
We did get a orb. It was at the bottom of the thing. It had like a. It looked like water, but you could stick. It was like translucent water, and it was just sitting at the bottom, and we grabbed it.
What color was it? Because I don't remember getting an
Oh,
orb
Lord.
from there.
We can go back and check,
You
but
did not
I'm.
grab an orb from there.
Oh, then go back there. Yeah. To the Banshee room.
The
To
green
Banshee.
water room?
Okay, so which room are you going to specifically? You say the Banshee room, but give me directions that you're heading.
The one with the font in it. So east and then north a little bit and then east again, I think.
East, north, east. Or no, east.
So going
North.
east would take you to that central square chamber with the stairs and the
Yeah,
plaza.
then you go to the north. Oh,
The
no,
north
no, no.
tunnel
You-
ends in a fixed stone statue that you can look through, but there is
Oh,
no
the
door
TV.
there.
So we have to
Oh,
go
we have to go
south,
more east.
all the way south, and then we'd have to go through the water curtain thing again. You're a map taker, right? Have you been charting this dungeon?
I would assume.
All right, well, you can walk around that central staircase, go south and then east, entering the 15-foot wide room with a curtain of water to the north.
Time to go back through the curtain.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like it.
We gotta go one by one though, right? So that no one can get like ran into each other.
Oh, well, more like you don't have to try the save multiple times. That was the whole idea of going one by one.
Yeah. So I'll go first.
Okay. You walk through the curtain of water. And as you do so, waves of water erupt from it, going north and to the south, and I need a strength saving throw from you.
Let's see, how strong am I? Very strong. Let's freaking go, dude.
Yeah. So you resist it, taking only 9 points of bludgeoning damage as the water flows around you. You are then able to walk to the end of the hall and around the corner to avoid getting hit further.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll go next.
Okay. Well, you walk through, much the same happens. Make a strength save.
I am going to use my bardic.
Okay.
Does it matter?
13. So you fail.
Cool.
You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as you are swept to the end of the hall, being knocked prone. Unless you're unconscious, you're able to pick yourself up and get over to where Adeline is.
Cool.
Iago, you're
I'll
going
go-
next.
Yeah, I'll go as well with
All right.
no bardic.
Well, you fail
What?
and are swept to the north, taking 16 points of bludgeoning damage for your trouble.
Damn, 16 off of 4d6. That's brutal.
It's not that bad.
That's not that bad.
More than average.
Slightly more than average.
I think it's a lot.
Then Cabal?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, well, strength
Can I
saving
ra-
throw.
Can I rage first?
Sure.
Cool.
As you angrily storm through the curtain of water. And are then bludgeoned and swept north. Taking 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
See, that's a lot too.
See, that one's a lot.
What kind of
right?
save?
Try half it.
It's your
Strength
strength
save?
save.
The Cabal's raging?
That's what he said.
I'll hang back.
Fuck you.
You're just not gonna go through at all.
Yeah, I don't have the health for it. I
Okay.
took a lot in that last fight.
Were you gonna
I
tell
have-
us ahead of time, or are we just gonna?
Healings.
Yeah, I probably would have mentioned it as somebody was going through, like, I'm gonna hang back after remembering how much damage the water wall does.
Okay. You hear how hard it hit Cabal.
I can heal you.
Um. Okay, so now we
Oh,
need
it's
to
alright.
go.
Save the health for a tank.
We're all the way at the north wall. We'll go west, up, and to the first right east
Yep.
door.
Which is a closed wooden door.
Can I open it sneakily?
Sure, make a stealth check. Okay. You open the door on silent hinges. This chamber contains a stone font filled with a steaming green liquid. Beyond it, on the other side of the room, a shadowy figure stands at the open door on the far side of the room, its back to you, as if sneaking through the open door. You can see beyond the open door that the hall continues for 10 feet, coming to a dead end. The shadow seems to look remarkably like you, Iago.
It's facing away from me.
Yes.
As Iago, before Iago opens the door, I'll explain to him, or whether now that it's open or not, that shadow faces the same direction as you, and not to let it turn around and face anyone else, because it will hurt you significantly. So as long as you, and it follows where you move. So as long as you move forward, it'll move forward. If you move backwards, it'll move backwards. So as long as it's not looking at you or us, it's fine. So just make sure you're staying facing that direction, and you can move forward all you want.
You guys walk straight up to the font.
Yeah, you can walk the 5 feet forward right up to the font. You see the shadowy figure mimicking your movement as it moves 5 feet into the hall. Before you, you can see this kind of steaming green liquid fills the font.
Is there anything in it?
You do not see anything in it.
Can I tell what kind of liquid it is?
That was what I was talking about earlier. I thought we grabbed an orb out of this earlier. Did we not?
No.
Oh man, I could have sworn we did. Okay.
I would say make a perception check, Iago.
Well,
I mean, it's steaming as if it's hot, and it has a green color to it. So it could be a soup. It could be poison. Could be acid. Could just be water with food coloring in it.
can I stick my hand in and feel around?
Absolutely.
My wing, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a wing or hand. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you stick your
You have
hand
wings on your back.
into the liquid, feeling no resistance nor any wetness on your hand as you kind of push into it all the way to the bottom, eventually feeling the stone at the bottom. You can see your shadow kind of hunched over, pushing its shadowy hand to the floor, mimicking your motion.
Does it go through the floor?
Your hand does not go through the floor, no.
Does the shadows? Is it because am I deeper than the floor when I
You
stick
are
my
not
hand in?
deeper than the floor.
Ah, okay.
And then I'll tell Iago we did not venture into the room ahead, so we do not know what's on the other side for sure.
It's an open door though, and it looks like a dead end, right?
It is an open
said
door,
so-
and it looks to be a 5-foot wide, 10-foot long hall that ends at a dead end.
Did we check it last time to see if there's a secret door?
No, we did not go into that section.
Okay. Should we?
Um,
Also, did
do
he
we-
find a did he find a stone?
No, he just found the floor.
Oh, gotcha.
Do we know what happened? Does anybody remember if we know what happens if anyone else walks into that room at the same time as someone else?
No, all we know is if you look that thing in the eyes, you're
Uh-huh.
dead.
Can I?
You just scared.
I'll walk in. I'll walk in.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you shuffle in behind Iago. The shadow does not react at all.
Iago, do you want to move forward and see if you can get the shadow to go through far wall into that other room?
I mean, I don't know what that would do if it's not reacting to him. What's the point? I'm off.
That's why I said.
Well, so
That's
I
why
could
I said
just stack
Iago.
up. I could stack up behind you and just follow you. We could go down the hallway, and this shadow should just walk down the hallway through the wall, hypothetically.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
What does
let's
that
just do
do
that.
for us?
Well,
Let you
I
in-
can check the true. I can check the.
Yeah, to see if there's any secrets in that room. See if there's any secret doors or anything.
All right. Okay. I'll keep facing forward as I sidestep around the font and continue forward, and then walk till my beak touches the dead end.
Okay, so you step to the side. Everyone else can see in the hall that the shadow duplicate kind of steps into the wall as if as if it's not constrained by physics. Just walks into the wall and disappears. You walk forward, sidestep to the door, and then walk forward to the end of the hall. Your beak is now touching the far eastern wall of that dead end hallway.
You're gonna have to check this because I don't think I can stand in front of you. I can. I'll
Okay.
inspire you though. And
Okay.
or can I help you? Or would that mean I'd have to like step in front of him?
Helping wouldn't require you to be in front of him. Are you proficient, Darius, with investigation checks?
Yes.
Then yes, you can help him, which would give advantage to Iago on this
And it's a
investigation check.
investigation.
It appears to just be a plain stone wall, a bit dusty.
Use the bardic I just gave you. Fuck it.
I don't think there's anything in this hallway. All right. And it's too late. Use Bardic before you hear the result.
Did you want to use the bardic on this? I would allow it. I gave you that result very quickly. before you could make
Eh.
a decision.
Yeah, might as well.
It is a plain stone wall, slightly dusty.
Okay, that's good enough for me. Well, where would this other gem be?
I don't know.
All right, let's back out of the room. I'll like guide you back. Just keep
I
looking
can-
forward.
I can walk backwards. I walk backwards to the font. Can I take a flask of the liquid? Does it fill up the flask?
Do you turn around?
No, I walk backwards to the western side of it,
Okay.
go facing forward, and then
Yeah.
dip
Tadarius,
the
and you're
flask
getting out of
in.
the room, Tadarius?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So yeah, so
behind
Tadarius
him.
leaves. You retrace your steps, keeping forward, facing forward, Iago. And yeah, as you get to that back corner of the room and sidestep to be by the font, your shadow steps out of the wall and into the hall in front of you. You take out a flask. You notice the shadowy figure reaching into, where a backpack would be if it had one. And you dip the flask into the steaming liquid. You don't feel any weight change in the flask, and as you lift it out, your flask is still empty.
Ooh. Under that thing is like out in the open, right?
Yes, it is
Can
just
I?
past the eastern door.
I don't want to like touch it, or I don't want to like walk in front of it. But like, can I like get closer to it? And have we done this before? Have we looked through this thing already and like hardcore checked it out? I can't remember.
No, not really. We spent very
Probably
little
is
time in this room.
needed.
That's
Okay,
why when
yeah.
he said slake your thirst at the font, I was like, oh wait, the font. We haven't done much in there.
Can we? I think we should get the shadow to dip the shadow flask in the font.
Yeah.
But I think the way we have to do that is, I think none of us can be at the door or like looking in the room, because if we see the shadow facing forward, I think it hurts us.
Do you think he's got to dip the flask and then he's got to drink it?
I don't know about him drinking it, but I think we should see if maybe something happens if he does that.
Well, what you guys are saying, slake has something to do with thirst.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All right. So wait, really quick. Do I notice anything funky about this thing? Like anything that
All
sticks
right, so
out?
you walk up there. Make a perception check. So you walk up there, and as you're looking it over, you realize that it doesn't just resemble Iago. This appears to be a shadowy image of Iago himself. Like it has any eccentricities that Iago might have on his body as well, except that it has no equipment. It is Iago and nothing else. The image is buck ass naked.
Hmm.
Hmm,
Well,
okay.
at least he's a bird.
Can I,
He's a bird.
Dude, his cloaca's just out there for everybody to see.
He's got a feathery wiener.
how deep was it when I felt my hand in? It was pretty shallow. It sounds like.
Yeah, it was
Just
pretty
to the
shallow.
floor.
All right, I think we should do Mrs. Adeline's idea, and I'll leave the room before you do this.
Can I step into it?
Step into what? The font?
The font? Yeah.
Yeah, you step into the font. As you do, you see the shadowy image mimicking the high step you would have to do to get over the wall of it, and walking 5 feet forward. It's now at the back of the dead end hall, and you are
It is-
standing in this font. Your feet, however, do not feel wet. The steam rising from it also doesn't seem to respond to you like moving through it. It doesn't like the air currents don't change anything.
Hmm.
I think you have to.
I think you need to get the shadow in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does the shadow have to do with? Maybe. Can I completely submerge myself real quick, just in case?
I mean, you could crouch down in it. It would actually be rather difficult to submerge yourself. This only looks to
Mhm.
be about 5 gallons of liquid, filling a 5-foot diameter font. It's
Oh.
not that deep.
Does it smell like anything?
No,
Nothing?
correct.
Can I lick it?
Just put the guy in it.
Lick what? The stone?
The where the liquid would be?
The liquid is not tangible.
So you can,
What-
yeah,
So
you can
liquid.
bring out your tongue and kind of run it through that area, but you don't taste anything,
Fucking
nor do you feel
nothing?
any
Okay.
resistance.
Alright, yeah, I climb out backwards, facing forward,
Okay.
and back up 5 feet. How far ahead is the shadow of me?
It appears to be about 15 feet in front of you.
15 feet? Can I back up 10 feet and then back up 15 feet from the font, I guess, and see what it does when the shadow's inside of it?
Yeah, as you back up, the shadow kind of just phases through the font as you hit the back wall of that T intersection, looking easterly through the door. The shadow now standing on the west side of the font, facing to the east.
Okay, on the west side, can I walk a step forward?
Yeah, like he's adjacent to the font.
I can't place him in it based off my movement.
No, you could. You said you backed up 15 feet, though. That would put him on the west side of it. You could step forward and put him in the middle of the font if you wanted to.
Oh, I thought I was in the center of the font when I backed up 15 feet.
No, that would be 10 feet.
Yeah, I'll put him in the font.
Okay. Yeah. You're just standing there looking through the door, your shadow in the middle of the font.
Drink it.
Right? Can I pretend to lean down and drink the font? As if I was in it?
Yeah. Yeah, you lean down and make kind of drinking motions. You see the vapor begin to be disturbed.
That's it?
Do you continue drinking or
Yeah, I can make him drink all of it. Fuck
okay?
it.
So you sit there. Takes about 5 minutes or so of you making these motions before the steaming stops.
Shadow still there?
The shadow is still there.
Check it out again, see if there's anything different.
Yeah. Can I walk up and see if
Okay.
look at the empty font?
Yeah, you walk forward, the shadow walking forward as well, and you look into this empty font. At the center bottom of it, you can see glittering on the floor a 1-inch diameter crystal sphere glittering with incandescent orange crystal.
Bang, bang, boom, baby.
Oh.
Nice.
Out of character, I kind of want to pick up the orb and celebrate and turn around and face you guys.
We're all off to the, they're all off to the
Yeah,
sides
we're
of the
all
door.
off to the
so-
side.
Yeah,
so
we're-
go ahead.
Oh, man.
We wouldn't see you.
No.
I'll grab it.
Okay. You grab it. It is physical.
Oh. And I'll back up
Okay. You back up
and close the door in front of me.
and you close the door. The eyeball sitting there in your palm.
Eyeball.
Sphere.
Oh.
Hmm.
And then I'll continue to back around the corner just in case.
Okay. Yeah.
Do I see it come through the door?
No.
From the diagonal or no?
You do not.
Alright,
Last
and I'll
time either.
back up 15 down the hallway just to make sure I don't see it, and then
You do not see it.
hurrah! You guys see this shit right here?
Is that everyone, or do we need more?
That's all 10.
That's number 10.
All right, well let's go. put
Going
'em in
back to the water wall, baby.
You guys want to take a long
Maybe,
rest first?
yeah.
Can we take
First?
a long rest?
No, we should get Harold first.
Yeah, I think we should get Harold first.
Yeah, not first.
All right.
Before we put them in the wall, we can, but yeah.
I'm ecstatic about the orb. I'll dive through as fast as I can.
Okay. Well, Iago, if you're going through first, I will need a strength save as the water, waves out. And you pass, taking only 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Me next, me next.
All right, Tadarius, strength save. You also pass and take only 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
You can go ahead, Kaboho.
Yeah, I'm gonna rage again.
Okay. You angrily stomp back through the water wall,
There you go.
passing and taking only 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Or
Adeline, are you to do anything? Or you're the only one.
I'm
Okay.
going through. Yeah.
You also pass and take only 9 points of bludgeoning
Wow.
damage. As you reunite with the party around the corner to the south of the water wall.
What's up, Harold? We got it. We got it, baby.
I had faith in you guys.
Liar.
All right, so Longy.
We should probably find a good spot to
Yeah, that's what I
take
mean.
a long rest first, though. What room do we like?
To the tomb.
Yeah, should we just head to the room with that the spears need to go into, and we can take a long rest beforehand if we want to?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it on this floor or is it a different floor?
It's on the tomb to the north of the window door.
Oh,
We're
okay.
just there. The
We'll head back there.
Froghemoth sarcophagus.
Oh yeah, we'll head back to the Froghemoth sarcophagus.
Okay. Yeah, you walk to the west around the square staircase, west through the 10-foot wide hall, north into the Froghemoth sarcophagus room.
Can I go to the center of that tomb room and cast Lehman's tiny hut?
Yes, you can.
Well, how are we tired? I mean, are we even able to take a long rest right now?
You'd probably have to hang out for a couple of hours. But then, yes, you would be able to take a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's cool.
we're
That's
ready
fine.
for the long rest. I'd like to cast the tiny hut.
Okay. So, a couple of hours pass without incident. The area, the silent as the grave. And then you cast your tiny hut, and there's no problems. And you guys said you wanted to go down for a long rest then?
Correct. Please.
Did not read. Say again.
Yes,
Okay. You're all just going to sleep, or?
we have Lehman's, right?
Yeah.
Do an alphabetical watch order from within the hut.
Okay. The 8 hours pass. You have successfully taken a long rest.
Neat. I'm not nearly bleeding out.
I mean, compared to other people, you kind of are, even when you're at max. But
How much health do you think I have?
Question:
Like
Does
12.
anybody have an extra melee weapon that is adamantium?
I have an adamantine dagger.
yeah, well, what kind of weapon do you want? We have a longsword. I don't think you can use a longsword though. We have Savannah's old weapon, but I don't think you can use it really.
I was using a rapier before.
I have a regular rapier.
That's
Did
not
we
gonna do.
grab
Savannah's gear, yes.
no Savannah's gear? Yeah, but didn't we also have someone who was using an adamantine rapier before?
Yeah, that was Tadarius.
Yeah,
What happened to it?
well, the thing that happened to me a couple sessions ago when my armor and my weapon
Oh.
melted off my body.
Okay. No, I have a regular rapier and a regular short sword.
Yeah, I have adamantine stuffs, but it's a dagger and a crowbar.
We have more adamantine ingots. We have 3 more. So when we get back, we can make something for you. But for now, you're shit out of luck, bud.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh yeah, we can't do anything in here. I just need a
No.
weapon.
Do you want a rapier, a regular rapier?
Is that going to be more effective than a dagger? You think?
Yes.
I mean, it's a
It's a
bigger hit
D8
dice.
versus a
It's a bigger
D4.
damage dice. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll just do a regular rapier then.
Okay. I'll go ahead and put it in your inventory. I am taking it out of mine.
Did anybody? I still have some adamantium arrows. Did anybody else have some?
I don't think so.
I think
Did we do
arrows.
I thought we did arrows. I thought we did.
No, we only did weapons.
Yeah. We
Okay.
decided not to do any projectiles.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, well, let's fucking do this then.
Okay. And then it's what, the wall that has
So what are you doing?
where is the spot that needs the spears to go into? Is it just the wall or is it the tomb itself?
We have to go through the furnace concrete mixer thing. Remember?
Oh, we
down
gotta
by
go back
the
through there.
yeah,
Oh.
down by the two statues that you have to rotate to get to the other two, but we got those already.
Uh-huh.
And then yeah, over there. So yeah, we'll have to go.
But the person who activates it is we took out and we broke the lever.
Which we can always check.
I was gonna say, should we just double check that room to make sure that they're not back?
Since
Yeah.
it's been a day.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, 2 technically.
Something like that. Because that was pretty early in the day when we did that.
Let's check.
Yeah, can we go back to that window room under that and see if that guard person with that used to activate the lever for the concrete mixer is there?
Sure. So you go through the ajar secret door, through the crawl space, and you go into the pentagonal room. The door to the north is no longer ajar, and while you do not see a figure standing there, the lever does appear to have been replaced.
Can I please break it with my adamantium great axe?
Sure. Make an attack roll.
It's magical and adamantium. That was just incredible.
It bounces off without doing damage.
I'll go figure. Guys, let's jump this thing. Come on, help me out here. Can I just keep attacking it until I actually start to hit it?
Yeah. Go ahead and make another attack roll.
I'm down to attack it.
What are we attacking?
The
lever
lever.
restored.
Well, those will both hit Adeline. You hear a crack and a crunch as the lever, along with some broken mechanism, comes flying out of the wall and lands on the floor with a clatter.
Great.
Take
Okay,
a look
back
at it
to-
and make sure it can't be activated.
Make an investigation check. So you look in the wall where the lever came out. You can see inside appears to be some type of geared mechanism, and you think that think like a ratchet, like the little tine on a ratchet that you would pull out.
Mhm.
And you think that it's possible to like wedge something in there that would prevent the gears from meshing correctly. That would stop it even if you were to pull the lever later on. If you were to replace the lever
Okay.
without clearing the obstruction.
All right. Let's see. I think a pitten would be sufficient to squeeze in there somewhere.
Yes, that is
Hmm.
something like that you could use.
All right, -1 bitten.
Okay,
You
yeah,
need
you wedge
check-
it in there.
Okay, I was gonna say, you want any checks for that or no?
Nah, the investigation check was
All right.
sufficient.
Here, I'll pull out some duct tape and put the lever back over top of it.
Yeah, he's gonna wedge it in there. You know, it sits a little bit lower than before, but no one will notice.
Excellent. All right. So this definitely can't be operated. Let's go jump into the furnace.
Is the
Okay,
door
how are you
open?
doing that?
The door at the bottom, is it open or no?
It's not a door, it's just a window.
Which we tried breaking and it doesn't break.
I'm at the bottom of the furnace. It's a door, right?
You are not at the bottom of the furnace.
You can't see it from the window. The window only has an angle for the opening to the top of the furnace. You have to get into the furnace to actually see
Yeah, I'm
the
asking
door.
from what we remember of the furnace. There's an exit, right?
Yes, there was a door to the south.
Oh, we have to go all the way around to get there.
Correct. We are simply in the mechanism room to deactivate the mechanism. So, yep, we'll have to go all the way around, then to the south, and then I think it's east through a little skinny hallway, and then there's the 10 by 10 room. Oh, wait, no, there's another way to get there.
There's in the top of the floating table thing, the floating disc jumps. There's a north side entrance, or there's the one that has the Minotaur metal
Yeah, that's
plate.
the one I'm trying to remember how to get to, is the Minotaur metal plate. I think that's just the southern doorway in the main Concord.
Yeah, main Concord, southern doorway, and then you go west.
Yep.
And
Okay.
then north
The
into
hallway
it.
goes. So when you go to the southern one, the wall goes 15 feet, ends in a dead end. On the north wall is a crawl space opening.
That's where we want to go. Big
Alright.
guy first.
All right, Cabal goes through it first. As it turns to the west, and ahead of you, you can see the face of a snarling minotaur etched into a sheet of iron that bisects the crawlway. The eyes have been cut out, letting you see through the sheet, beyond which the tunnel continues ahead.
All right, Cabal, move the plate. You did it already, so.
Yeah.
I can help him.
All right, well, nope, there's no room for you to physically be able to help him with that.
Oh, okay.
It's 1 foot wide,
Yeah,
3
we're-
foot tall.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah,
just
we're
make
in
a
the
strength
ventilation.
athletics check, Cabal.
Can I use a crowbar? Make it
A
advantage?
crowbar would give you advantage, yes.
Yes. I see.
All right, yeah, you reach down there, you know, kind of start it with the crowbar, get your fingers under it, and just slam it up into the ceiling, where you hear a click and it appears to lock into place.
Go.
And we make our way through.
And you make your way
Yes.
through. Dumps you out into a 5 foot wide hall, which angles upward to the west, where you can see light pouring through an opening in the floor.
Yep.
Yep, a 3
Let's go
foot
that way.
wide, 4 foot rectangular hole, bright light spilling out of it. The walls around it looking to just be plain stone.
We peek through the window and see if we see anybody.
You do not see a window.
Oh, okay.
Magical window. It's one-way glass.
Yeah.
It's stone
Believe
on
me.
this. It
look
doesn't
down
even
the
look
hole.
like there's a. Yep.
See if there's a door.
Yeah,
At the
you
bottom,
can see
right?
that the room below is shaped like a drum or a cylinder on its side, the south end tapering to a small stone door. Carvings of demons decorate the stonework, all with flickering flames in their eyes.
Does anyone want to go down and test and see if the door's open?
I'll test it.
So you go in the
Take
hole.
a crowbar with you.
Yeah, I have a crowbar with me, but I'll go. Yeah, I'll go in the hole.
All right, you go in the hole. You land amongst the statues on the curved floor to the walls. Nothing happens, and you walk up to the door.
Break that bitch open.
Okay, well, make a strength athletics check. You have
With
advantage
advantage
from the
because I have a
club.
crowbar.
Yes.
All right. Seeing that she hopped in there and nothing happened, I'll hop in behind her.
I'm going to hop in because I'm
Oh
breaking
lord,
shit.
on a fucking crowbar check. Come on, man.
As you pop the crowbar in and easily push the door open due to the fact that it was not locked.
How do you make
That
two
makes it even
19s?
funnier.
Yeah.
How do you make 2 19s and then 2 20s?
And you can
I'm
see
good at
the
D&D.
15-foot wide, 15-foot deep pit dominating the center of the chamber beyond. At the bottom of the pit, an 8-foot tall clay figure stands motionless beside an open stone treasure chest, a silver key hanging from a cord around the figure's neck. 2 9-foot tall stone statues stand atop plinths on either side of the pit, and a third plinth against the south wall stands empty. One of the statues depicts a hooded and bearded male figure with his left hand held high, index finger pointed up. The other figure portrays an armored male knight with its gauntleted right hand extended, its palm facing inward towards the knight. A hallway extends to the west.
Don't care. Been there, done that.
West.
Alright, you guys go west. The corridor turns to the north, goes about 15 feet, and ends in a large door with a round mirror set into its surface. 10 circular indentations, each about an inch across, surround the mirror.
Let's stick some fucking balls in holes, baby.
Alright, which ones into which ones?
Fuck.
Do the best to make a rainbow.
Yeah.
Starting at the top center.
The top center is the most red orb.
Okay.
Going clockwise, we'll try to make a
So
rainbow.
you put the red orb in. What's everyone's passive perception as the red orb lights up brightly?
11.
$13.
Type it.
Nope. You're wrong. No way. 24. Is this
Alright.
a joke? Is
No,
that a real thing?
You don't notice anything. What's the next orb you put in? It is possible if you build specifically around passive perception with like the alert feat, high wisdom, expertise. It is possible to
Observant.
get passive perception and observant. It is possible to get passive perception up to crazy numbers like that. I think the highest I've ever seen was a 27.
That's like the max.
Yeah.
With Jack of all trades and
High,
There's one
yeah,
other
you're
feat,
you're
but
at like end games. You're at like tier 4.
Yeah. you need 3 feats and wisdom of 20. Like to get passive as high as you can get it. It's very expensive.
But you basically can't be snuck up on. Very few things can beat a passive perception at 27. Anyway, so yeah, you don't notice anything. The light, the red orb you insert, the scarlet one, glowing with a bright red light. What's the next one you put in? Into which indentation?
Is there another
Put
reddish one?
orange.
Or is it beyond orange?
There's 2 reds, a pink, and an orange that are all in the red hues.
We'll go with the lighter red one next.
Okay. You insert the
there's-
plain red. There's a scarlet and then a red.
Yeah. There's a red and then there's another red, but I don't remember what the other red was. Scarlet.
Who's got these in their inventory?
Bob does technically. He's not here.
God
but
damn it.
we have access to him.
Yes.
If you scroll up in chat, I did put all of them in chat at one point, other than orange.
All right.
I just
and
don't
are you
remember where it
putting
is,
it
and
into
I'm not
which
there.
so you're taking the regular red one. Which indentation are you putting it into?
Next one to the right.
Okay. Put next one to the right. It also starts to glow. And at this point, Harold's passive perception comes into play, and you would notice that the image has been changing subtly as in the mirror as you have placed both of these orbs. You can see that the reflections don't seem to reflect your current state at all, but rather you look, you can see that they appear slightly more gaunt. Their hair looking a little more unkempt. The clothes a little rougher.
Pointed out to somebody with a higher investigation. Take a closer look at the mirror. I'm not an investigator.
I'm really not either.
I'll take a look.
I can help.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
To get the help.
Yes. So the mirror still seems to be reflecting, you in general, but appears that there is some type of illusory magic going on that is affecting the image that the mirror portrays. You yourself feel fine. You don't notice any damage done to you or your equipment, despite what the image in the mirror shows.
Well, doesn't look like it's doing anything to us, but it's changing the image for sure.
All right. Next one probably be pink or orange. Keep going clockwise.
Okay.
Probably pink, yeah.
Pink first.
Yeah.
Okay. You put the pink in the next one. The images look slightly more unhealthy. Then you put the orange, and the degradation of your image continues. What do you put after orange?
I couldn't find the list.
So you still
Yellowish.
have pale purple, bright green, dark blue, a vibrant purple. You have a pink, or nope, you just placed that. Pale green, orange, and pearlescent, like a pearl color.
So we got to go orange next.
You just placed orange. You have placed the scarlet, the red, the pink, and the orange.
Next would be yellow then.
You do not have a yellow.
Lightest green,
You have a bright green.
bright green.
Okay. You put the bright green one in next. It lights up. The images get slightly more unhealthy looking.
I don't like where this is going.
What next?
Do you guys want to keep going with this, or should we
Yeah.
back out and try again? Okay.
Well, we got all 10 of them. We got a door with 10 holes in front of it. I don't think it's going to outright kill us.
Okay.
It probably is just some sort of magical warning. Like, hey,
What
bad
is-
shit's behind here. No shit,
What do
we're in
you-
a tomb.
What's your abbreviation of colors mean?
I'm typing them out full words now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you. So there was only one green one. Next we have there's just one blue one, right?
Sorry, say again?
There's only one green and one blue, right?
Yes.
Next would be the blue then.
I'm sorry, there's also a pale green.
We'll do there's a bright green and a pale green.
Yes.
Should we do pale green then bright green? Do you guys think?
It's already in. Doesn't really matter too much.
Oh,
Doesn't
okay.
seem
We'll
like
do pale green next then.
if there is an order that's required, when we get to the end, if they all pop out, then we'll know that, we need to change them up.
Okay, we'll go pale green then blue.
Okay. You do pale green, and then you put in the dark blue. The image is getting slightly more unhealthy looking.
We'll go with the pale purple then the strong purple.
Okay. Pale purple, and then the strong purple. The images continue to degrade, now looking to be almost zombified, as the flesh is sunken and tight on their bones.
Is it just the iridescent one left?
Yes, just the pearl left.
Pearl next.
You put
Pearl
the pearl
last.
into the 10th slot. The images look almost skeletal, as the 10 orbs disappear and the vault door grinds upward, revealing a domed, candlelit room 50 feet high. The polished marble floor is so perfectly reflective that it creates the illusion of standing at the entrance to a sphere. 9 alcoves fitted with glittering treasure open up along the walls, and in the middle of the chamber, a large spherical object hovers under a black silk drape 20 feet above the floor.
Is it the soulmonger?
Is it a beholder?
Well, it appears to just be floating there. It's not moving like it's undulating or anything like that.
Yeah, let's walk in the room.
Hang on, I'm gonna update the map for you.
Oh, thank God. Thank you. Okay.
Well, let's check it out.
Yeah. Can we just start? I don't know. Can I start looking at some of the treasures? See what they're all about? Are they all like essentially the same treasure, or are they kind of like dependent on what? I'm assuming since there's 9 that they're kind of maybe themed about each of the demigods, but
All right, so who's walking in?
I'll walk in.
Sorry, who was that? I was looking at something else.
Adeline.
All right. So as you walk in, you realize that the floor is extremely flat, and it wouldn't take much to make it rather slick.
Okay.
And as you walk in, you hear a voice echoing about the chamber. You have entered the realm of Belcorges the Unseen. What do you bring for me?
Were the orbs not enough?
The orbs are merely a test to show that you have sufficient wits about you to bring me useful and interesting things. Now place your tribute on the floor, and back out slowly.
Talking Gold Skull.
It's just laughing uproariously.
Yeah.
No, I was offering the Talking Gold
Yeah.
Skull. As a
Yeah. Can we offer? Yeah. Can we offer the talking gold skull?
I should kill you for the impertinence of such a useless offering. What else do you got?
Hear that, Yak? You're useless.
I'll pull out my sister's adamantium longsword and ask. I don't know. Place it down on the ground and ask what they think about that.
It is a good start.
I pull out 100 crossbow bolts and lay those down as well.
I do not have interest in your trash.
Okay. I
Look
think
about you. See all that glitters in this room, and all of it is mine.
I have a diamond.
Okay. So do I. I'll.
Can I throw my pet rock?
Yeah, you can throw your trash out over here. There's nothing stopping you from it.
I'll set down my 50 gold piece diamond on the ground.
Okay.
How's that?
A worthy offering. You may continue to add to the tribute.
I'll throw mine down as well. Mine was 100.
What the fuck is this, dude?
What is this thing in the middle? Is it just like a little podium thing, or does it go all the way up to the ceiling?
It's not. It's floating like 10 feet off or 20 feet off the floor. It appears to be something covered in a black silk drapes, something spherical in nature. From the echoing, you can't. I mean, Harold, you can tell that it looks like from your past perspective that the sound appears to be originating closer, like not at the sphere, but actually in the air above it some distance. Probably closer to the domed ceiling. But the echoing is throwing it off for most people.
There's a silk drape thing over it.
Well, no, what he's saying is I can tell it's not the silk drape thing that's making the talking.
Yeah, the voice is coming from somewhere close to the center top of the domed ceiling.
Okay, someone fly up there and fucking find out who this cunt ass is.
We don't know. Only Harold knows.
Is there like a number you're looking for? I have some gold and silver with me.
Gold and silver are acceptable. Place it on the floor.
I'll place
Belcorge does not discriminate on treasure, but it must be treasures. He refers to the crossbow bolt as trash, if you recall.
yeah. I'll place all 94 gold pieces I have.
I want to kill this fucker.
9 electrum pieces. And 20 platinum pieces.
Okay. That is a
Got it.
very good offering. You may continue to add to it.
I'll look around like, guys, can I get some help?
Yeah, can I walk over to the west alcove and see if it's as slippery in there as it is out here on the center floor?
I want to be clear, the floor is not slippery, it's just it doesn't look like it would take much to make it slippery.
It's polished smooth.
Yeah,
like
it's
glass.
very think like a really polished marble floor. Like if it gets
Okay.
even slightly damp, or if you drop like sawdust on it, you'll slide across it like ice.
Can I walk just over to the west alcove and see?
Okay, so you're
There's
walking
any-
away from the entrance door.
We're in there already, right?
You're just past the door at the southern end of this chamber. Piling
in the
up treasure.
We're in the circles though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, let's walk 10 feet to the left and peek into that.
Okay. Yeah, as you peek in, you can see, coins kind of stacked up. You can see what looks to be several art objects. A fair amount of treasure, actually.
Mm.
And you hear
Steal
the
from me.
voice of Belcor, and it says, "Yes, look upon my treasure, and know that you are adding to it. If you fail to appease me, I will kill all of you."
Fuck it. I'm gonna also place down my 300 gold piece diamond.
Okay. A very good offering. You may continue.
God,
I'll
what a
place
good
down-
God.
80 more platinum pieces.
Okay.
Something tells me he's fucking with us.
I've been wanting to go
That's
and
all I
get
got,
that
but
done.
I don't know. I can't offer you anything else.
I'm about to go steal some of his gold and walk out and see what happens.
Adeline, make a persuasion check.
Can I get advantage for putting so much shit down?
No.
Oh, goddamn. Thank God it's a 0. No, please. Both bards, don't bother inspiring me.
I wanted to see this play out.
Inspiration is kind of a forethought thing. It's really hard to do it in a conversation with persuasion and deception checks. Same with guidance.
I can offer you my second round pick in next year's draft, but that's all I got.
Can I offer
Then-
him this? Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead. Do what you. He says that. What are you doing?
Can I offer him the soul of this cat person with us? If he comes down to greet us? Or if he shows himself?
I am insulted by your group's pitiful level of tribute, and I instead shall take your lives.
Oh, thank God.
You guys should
I
roll
fucking-
initiative.
Carried
Thank-
this, goddammit, guys. Thanks for nothing.
Fuck, I've been wanting to kill this fucker for so long.
You look like a pussy just emptying your pockets out there.
Yeah, Harold doesn't give up treasure and money to people. It doesn't care what they're
I'm
threatened
gonna
with.
I'm gonna
I want to
spend a
log out of
superiority
and go
dice.
up there and see
I
what this
have
fucker is.
what's it called? Ambush. When I make an initiative roll or dex check, I can add a superiority dice to it.
Sure.
Okay, so now my initiative is 7, I believe. Yeah. That was pointless.
No, it wasn't. You beat Tadarius. Totally worth it.
Really hoping for a 6 or higher.
You get the hard hitters at the end.
Yeah, after the flying invisible beholder goes. Perfect.
Yeah.
Jesus, I went first with a 12. This is gonna be fun.
All right. Well, Harold, what do you do?
Well, since I haven't been talking and I've just been paying attention, could I try to make an attack with observant, based, the
What does
voice, the
Observant do
echo,
for that?
well, so basically the quickly notice details of your environment, and yeah, basically I was just hoping that I could try to somewhat pinpoint where he was and make
Yeah.
an educated guess.
Yeah, as I said, you think that so this is this room is basically like a dome, right?
Yep.
And yeah, from what you could tell, it looks like it's coming from like the center top of the dome, something up there.
Okay.
Though you don't see anything.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna fire a crossbow bolt up there.
Okay. Well, make an attack roll at disadvantage.
I'm gonna aim a crossbow up there.
What's a crossbow? Your crossbow's normal range?
80.
Okay.
Yeah, 80 minimum, 320 max. Is that within range?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a 60-foot diameter dome.
Nope.
So you fire. Your crossbow goes up there. You hear the mocking laughter of both Yaka and Belcorge. They seem to be echoing each other, just mocking your terrible, pitiful shot.
I politely tell Byzantine to go out in the hallway.
Anything else, Harold?
Nope, that's it. I can't move.
All right. Iago? Iago, are you here?
He's muted. Sorry, he's trying to talk.
Yeah. That orb thing in the center?
Yeah.
Can I fly up and take? Is there like a cover on it, right? Is
Yeah,
what
there's
I'm
like this
getting?
black silk drape over it.
Can I pick that drape up and peek under it? See what I see?
Yeah. You see, as you kind of get under it, you see what looks to be a sphere of iron, 6 feet in diameter, floating 20 feet above the floor.
Can I touch it?
So as you fly, I'm curious. What are you wearing, Iago?
What am I wearing?
Yeah.
I am wearing studded leather.
Okay. So yeah, you
I should
fly up to it. Go ahead.
I should clarify. When I touch it, I would like to cast heat metal on it. Once I realized it was iron, or I thought it was iron.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can. As you fly closer to it, you can kind of feel like a tugging coming from your armor, but not anything that you wouldn't be able to handle. And you cast heat metal on it as it begins to glow.
Oh, is this thing a magnet? Uh-oh.
You can see steam and smoke coming as the silk drape rapidly burns away.
Oh, guys, this might be a
As
magnet. Oh,
as it is revealed, who is wearing metal armor?
I'm butt ass naked.
Adeline is.
Just Adeline? None of you, Tadarius, Harold, none of you are wearing metal armor?
Mine got
Studded
ripped
leather.
off a couple rooms ago.
And I'm naked. We've already assumed that.
Harold, were you
Studded
wearing?
leather.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so you can feel it pulling on you, Harold, but it's not strong. Studded leather simply doesn't have enough metal. But Adeline goes flying across the room and smacks into the orb, and you are now restrained as you are stuck to it.
Thanks, bud.
And burning.
His armor would provide enough insulation that he'd have a couple rounds before the heat started transferring through it.
And you should roll damage on heat metal, by the way. All right. So you think that you did some damage to the sphere, but Adeline, you also take 7 points of fire damage.
Dope. Love it.
how much movement speed did I use to get to it? Flying up to it?
That would have been 5, 10, 15, 20. That'd be about 25 feet of movement to get to where you are.
25. And then can I just fly straight up above the orb? How high up is the orb?
20 feet off the ground.
So it's 40 feet to the ceiling.
Yes.
Can I fly 25, the rest of my 25 feet up
Yes.
and just see if I see anything?
You do not.
All right. I'll end my turn up there.
Okay. Cabal.
Yeah. So is this orb is just floating?
Yes.
On this thing?
Glowing
So-
red hot with Adeline stuck to it.
Oh, nice. So something is going to be able to get it down. Real quick, can I see if anything in the room is probably? God, I can't really do that. I'm a barbarian. Because I want to see if there's anything that can maybe stop it from floating, so I can beat the fuck out of it.
No, find the guys.
Huh?
Yeah, the orb is not the hostile. The orb is just hostile environment condition. The hostile, you
Oh.
seen me shoot at something, taking an educated shot, but that was all the way at the ceiling.
Right. Okay. So I just want to be a huge menace to society and just go to the plinths. Can I go to one of those things and just steal all the gold from it, put it in my bag?
Yeah,
Is
you can
the
start.
gold-
You can, as an action, start shoveling treasure into your bag. That's
Is
fine.
the treasure not going towards the magnet?
No, it is not.
Nope. I'm just gonna put this treasure in my bag and put up a bird right up to the wherever I think the voice is, and keep
Okay.
shoveling treasure. That's it. That's all I'm gonna do.
Your greed will be your undoing, and I will murder you messily for messing with my treasure.
Try it, bitch.
Yeah, Harold, it also turns out silver, copper, and electrum are also not magnetic.
Dylan works in concrete. He doesn't know shit about metal.
I know, that was for Dylan.
No, basically, in order to react to magnetism like that, you're gonna basically need iron.
Yeah,
some
it has
form.
to be ferromagnetic, dog.
Fucking idiot, Dylan.
Oh.
Retard.
Okay.
Everyone's
And then
crowbars.
until thing is down under, I'm just gonna go from plinth to plinth, just robbing gold.
Okay. Yeah, so you just start shoving in. You think it's going to take about 2 actions per niche to collect all of the treasure, because there's a lot of it, and none of it's in, like, easy to grab things. It's like loose coins and art just sitting there.
Yep, sick.
All right. Okay. Do. And then you hear the voice calling out, "You guys all fight like a bunch of paralyzed flumps."
Okay, dog. My gold.
And Iago, a
Mhm.
green beam from about 10 feet away from you, partly down the ceiling, as if you flew up to the center, but it wasn't there. And I need a deck save from you.
And dexterity save.
Yes, as a like lime green beam strikes it to where you are. Okay, you dodge it and nothing happens.
Does it hit the orb?
No, it hits the ceiling.
Oh, it went up towards me?
Yeah, like it was like like you flew up to the center top of the dome, and
Yeah.
from like partway down the dome to the north, this beam came out of nowhere, as far as you can tell.
How far away did it look like it started?
10 feet away.
Okay.
All right, then there's like a beat, and then I need as a different beam, this one red colored, strikes at Tidarius, and I need Tidarius to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, darn. Ah, that's not gonna do it. I'm fucked.
As you are hoisted 30 feet forward and up into the air, you are now restrained by the ray's telekinetic grip, floating in the air. And finally, a bright white light, like a bright white beam, strikes out at Cabal. And Cabal,
Yeah.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Is it a scene effect?
Yes.
That.
You dodge the beam successfully. It hits a copper coin near you, and you realize that copper coin is now stone.
Dog, enough with these petrification beams, dog.
Okay? Some stuff happens. Tidarius, it is now your turn. You are floating 30 feet up in the air.
I do believe that it's Adeline's turn.
No.
You're
goes
correct.
before you.
No, Adeline's correct. You got it as 7.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I even made a comment about it.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right, Adeline, thank you for correcting me. What do you need? Or what do you do? You're
I'd
currently
love-
stuck to the sphere and restrained.
Yeah, and we've already established the sphere is not the enemy, so I'd just love to try to get unrestrained if possible.
Okay. That will require a strength athletics check.
I can do that.
This will take your action.
And does it work?
No. You are held fast to the sphere.
What?
A 27 is insufficient.
Thanks, Dylan.
What did I do?
Flip
Get
out of your
fucked.
armor.
It takes 5 minutes to don and doff armor.
If you're wearing heavy armor, yes, it takes 5 minutes to get out of it.
Can I just, I don't know, can I,
Also, the sphere is currently burning you because it's red hot.
yeah.
Start smacking the sphere until it breaks in half.
As an item interaction, can I just dump my water flask on it?
Yes, you can. It sizzles away.
It's just humid. Fuck, dude. Fuck it. All. Nah. That's it. Fuck me, dude.
Does heat metal have an effect on the other person's turn, or just on? It's just on the person on your turn. That's right. All right, Tidarius, you are floating 30 feet in the air. You are restrained.
That's fine. I can still speak though, right?
Yes.
wherever those beams came from, I want to cast Fairy Fire, please.
Okay. You make the motions. You expend the spell slot, and nothing happens.
It's vocational, so I should, right?
Yes, you
Oh.
believe it
You
should
just
have
said you
worked.
cast it.
You cast it, but nothing happens. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I forgot you move. God damn it, I need to update that. Yes, you cast it in that area, and you feel the magic. It works. It goes off, and nothing in that area gets illuminated.
Okay.
You're pretty sure
Wow.
that it just means that whatever fired off those beams fired and then moved.
Oh, okay. Well, I would. Okay, I guess I wouldn't have heard him talking, but I should have said that specified. Okay, cool. Never mind. Then that's all I can do right now.
Okay, Harold.
Old action, shoot when I see beams.
Okay. Iago. You're currently at the very top of the dome.
Yeah, okay, I say, isn't there a deal we can make here?
The deal was for your treasure, and I would let you leave with your lives. You decided
Okay.
not to part with all of it, and so now your lives are forfeit. And then you have that little thief down there.
Can I tell where the voice came from being up here at all?
Yes, you can. It is about 10 feet to your left.
Can I shatter that
Yes, you can.
at level 3? Yeah.
You just call me little.
Okay. So
You know how big a beholder is?
Ah, you're right.
So you go through the motions, Iago. You cast your spell. You expended the spell slot, and nothing happens. The spell does not take effect.
And then I'll drop concentration on heat metal.
Okay.
And I'll inspire Adeline.
Okay.
Bro,
And fly back towards the door. My
Okay.
full 50 feet. And end my turn.
All right. You fly down towards the door. Cabal, are you still shoveling treasure in?
I'm going. Can I shovel treasure and then like because like this would be one action? They oh no, except they're ready in action to where I hear. Let's do. Takes 2 turns to shovel the entire thing.
Yeah. So you've shoveled half the treasure in this niche into your backpack.
What was in this niche?
Coins and art objects.
Coins and art objects. Okay. We will finish off this niche first.
Okay. So you can spend
And
your action
then-
doing that.
Yep, and then I guess next time we'll just go ahead and ready in action for that. But we'll do it later.
Well, you don't
Okay.
have an action, so.
Yeah, right. Unless
So
I
what do you do
had-
now?
Just finish off the niche,
Okay.
polish it off, and keep flipping them off.
All right. So you're not moving.
Nope.
All right. All right. Let's see here. As you hear the voice yell out that you are no match for Belcor's the Unseen's terrible eye rays.
he said eye raise,
Yes.
not eyes raise.
As
Same.
a beam of light shoots out towards Cabal, and Cabal, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Cool. D20.
All right, you dodge the beam, and Harold, you said you had a ready action for when you saw the source of a beam.
All right.
Go ahead and make your attack roll. You are at disadvantage.
Wait 1 second. I am looking at. Yeah, okay.
Your bolt goes up. You can see that it's also curving slightly, as if your metal bolt is affected by the sphere as well. But it does not hit anything.
Okay.
Another beam, this one of a pale yellow color, lances out at Cabal, and I need Cabal to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Up.
It hits you,
Nice.
and as a result, you feel yourself slow down. Your speed is halved for 1 minute. In
Cool.
addition, you cannot take reactions, and on your turns, you can have either an action or a bonus action, but not both. You can repeat the save at the end of each of your turns.
Yellow means slow.
It's almost like a traffic light.
A third beam, this one is heading towards Harold. And Harold, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. It doesn't matter if this is versus charm.
No, I don't have anything for that.
Okay. Well, you are now charmed by the beholder.
Yep.
So to be clear, this means you regard it as a friendly, and you cannot attack the charmer or target it with harmful abilities or magical effects.
Okay.
This lasts for 1 hour.
Yep. No
Alright.
save.
No saves. Adeline, you are still stuck to the sphere.
Can I pull my longbow out while I'm stuck here?
Yes.
Can I ask the voice? Are you the one that designed this place?
No, but it is now my home, and I shall kill you for invading without proper tribute paying.
Can I just fire 2 arrows at where I heard the voice come from?
What's your passive perception?
11.
You can certainly try. Go ahead and make a couple of attack rolls at disadvantage.
I'll action surge and make 4 total.
Okay. One arrow seems to strike something. Go ahead and roll damage on it.
Thank the Lord.
Okay. Yeah, so your arrow seems to have hit something, stopping someone in midair temporarily before falling off. Looks like you got pulled to the magnet from that. So you're pretty sure you heard it. From the looks of its pattern, it looks like the invisible creature is just kind of, it's not all the way up to the top of the dome, but it's kind of partway down, and it's like going around in a ring to avoid getting shot.
It's still invisible even though I hit it?
Correct.
Fuck, dude.
It's a beholder.
Okay. Oh, I guess it's too late to use a superiority dice, huh?
Yes.
So that's it.
All right, Tadarius, you are so restrained, floating in the air.
Is there a way to get out of this thing?
Well, if you have some means of teleportation, that might work.
Okay, then second question: when he got hit by the arrow, is there like blood, or is there like a way for me to see like where he's possibly at?
You saw the arrows stop. You saw it come out. There was maybe a drop or two of blood, but you know the basic location of where he is. You could target that area.
Please hit Fairy Fire again.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit Fairy Fire.
Okay. That's a dex save, correct?
Yes. And he failed.
Yes.
Thank Christ.
So what color does he start glowing?
Pink.
Barbie pink.
Good choice. Because that's what's floating there.
What's up, pussy? You're dead now.
Doom and turtle head ass. What the fuck?
And everyone gets advantage.
Oh, I do not like being seen. I am going to kill you especially slowly.
Especially slowly. I blow it a little kiss.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, Harold.
Well, my friend's visible.
Yes.
I'm gonna shoot his rock.
Okay. Roll to hit.
So I'm shooting the iron ball. Just to specify.
Yes, I figured. Your arrow gets it's a glancing blow and does not actually do damage.
All right.
You think you did not meet its AC.
Didn't hit it square enough.
Correct.
Damn round objects.
They're hard to damage with just projectiles like that. Anything else?
All right. Nope, that's it. I aimed.
All right, Iago.
Would I know if counter charm would work on my buddy?
Make an Arcana check. You're unsure.
Feels weird that he wouldn't have a save or something. Right? I don't remember exactly how charmed works.
It's
It's a
right
condition.
here. Oh, charm. No.
I know how counter charm works, but I don't know if there's like something special that I'm not seeing. Fuck it. I guess I'll try it. I don't know. Yeah, I'll get within 30 feet of Harold. I don't know how far he is. I'm right next to him, anyways, right?
No, you were up at the ceiling. You'd have to fly down to the ground where he is.
No, I flew down last turn. Right? I flew 50 feet towards the door last turn.
Oh, yes, at the end of your turn. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that. My bad.
Is that where Harold is?
Yes, that is where Harold is. You are next to Harold.
I'll try playing counter charm. Or the performance of counter charm.
Okay.
And then give him a bardic as well. As
Well,
a bonus action.
Yeah, if he gets to make a save against Frightened or Charmed, he gets advantage on it now. Anything else?
No, that's all I can do.
Okay. Cabal.
So what if? How strong is this magnetic? Can I just whip out a hand axe, hold it straight up in the air, get sucked onto this ball?
While it's pulling on you, you think it would need something a bit more massive than that. Think like, a breastplate or something.
Hold on. Do I know if the skeleton heads had with the giant pyramids on them? Were they metal?
Yes, they were.
Oh, can I hold out one of those? Or
Yeah.
2 of them?
Okay.
Is that big enough?
You're just trying to ride it into the ball?
I'm gonna ride it onto the ball.
All right, yeah. So you pull out these 2 skulls, you're just holding it. Your feet start sliding across the smooth marble. And at the proper point, you athletically leap up, riding kind of the magnetic wave up. And with a clang, the two skulls collide with the iron sphere, and you
Yep.
find yourself kind of sitting kind of like straddling the top of this iron sphere.
Yep. And then I'd like to pull out my great axe, my adamantine great axe, and take a shot at it.
All right, yeah, you whip out your axe, you start chopping down at the ball you are riding. Roll to hit.
It's with advantage because it's a adamantine.
Yes, this is versus an object. That does not actually make its armor class. Anything else?
Shit. Was that? Oh, it was just an attack roll. It's not actually like 2 attacks per action. Okay. Oh. Oh yeah. No, I missed the initial attack roll. Right?
You missed the attack roll, yes.
Yeah. Okay. No, that I'm just gonna keep trying to. Actually, let's see real quick. What else do I have?
Kill the fucking floating ball that's hurting us.
I can't because the floating ball is flying away from the orb. Nope, I can't do anything right now.
All right. Well, at the end of your turn, you can make you can retake the deck save to attempt to end the slow effect.
Oh yeah.
You are still slow.
Yeah.
All right, this guy. Yeah, he's going to fire a beam off at Tadarius. And Tadarius, as the sickly purple-colored beam hits you, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
You are picking all the right ones, let me tell you. Bring that on.
The Enervation Ray hits you for 22 points of necrotic damage.
Cool. I love
Are you still conscious?
Yes.
Then I need you to make your con save for concentration on Fairy Fire. DC is 11.
Oh wait, I fucked up.
Yeah, try again. All right. Fairy Fire stays up. He fires a second beam at you. Same one. Another con save.
That's gonna do me in.
And you take 34 points of necrotic damage.
Yep. I'm down.
Okay, you're unconscious. And he decides to then end the telekinetic ray, letting you fall 30 feet. You hit the ground and take 9 points of bludgeoning damage, causing a failed death save.
Alright.
Let's see. The thief is on the ball. The fighter's on the ball. Harold is friendly. Well, I guess the third beam's going at Iago then. Iago, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw versus charm as the bright pink beam hits you.
Do I get the effects of counter charm since I'm performing that?
Yes,
Is that giving me advantage?
it gives you advantage.
Well,
You're now charmed. As you hear the mocking laughter of the beholder, as he compares you all to a pitiful bunch of flumps. Adeline?
Do I think if I attack the ball and hit it, that it'll reverse the magnetism?
You think if you damage it sufficiently, it will probably stop.
Well, the beholder's flying around anyway, so I just take two longbow shots at the beholder.
Well, the beholder's no longer glowing, and you're not exactly sure where it is.
Fuck.
So you can, but you're basically shooting at random into the air and hoping you hit something.
I'll pull my sword out and try to swing at the ball that I'm attached to.
Okay. Well, you are restrained, so you do have disadvantage.
Does that make it a flat roll with adamantium?
Yes, if it's an adamantine sword, it is a flat roll.
Oh.
If it gives you advantage and you have disadvantage, it's just a flat roll.
Okay.
Neither of those will hit. The 19 misses, as does the 15.
Wait. Oh,
Oh,
whoops,
wait,
I
no,
did
we
two.
said flat
Whoops,
rolls.
I did that wrong. Whoops.
We
I
did do
forgot
that.
to take.
That's fine.
I forgot
We'll
to take
take the
I forgot
first.
to take the 2 out.
Yep, we'll just take the first 2 rolls. So the 11
Oh, okay.
is a 19, it misses. The 17 is a 25, and that hits. Go ahead and roll damage for that. I believe it also is a critical hit with an adamantine sword, isn't it?
Cool.
I believe
I'm
so.
gonna
It's-
spend a
yeah, it's
superiority
auto
die.
crit
So
if
if
you
I
hit, yeah.
okay, so I'll spend a superiority dice, and that's doubled as well, right?
Yes.
All dice.
Okay. Cool. So it's gonna be 4d8. Oops. Plus the mod.
All right. Yeah, you hack into that thing, dealing a significant amount of damage to it. You think another hit like that, and the magnetism will probably stop working.
Okay. And then if anyone else attacks it, the next attack against it is at advantage.
Okay.
Unless it only works on living creatures, but I don't.
It's like what, beguiling hit or something like that?
Distracting strike. After it says after hitting a creature.
Yeah, I'm afraid this isn't a creature. This is an object.
Okay.
You
That's
can't
all right.
distract a metal ball.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
can try.
That's it.
All right. Tadarius, death save. One pass. Harold.
Well,
You're
another shot.
prevented from attacking. Okay. Also, you're prevented from attacking the beholder. You can still do other things. I want that to be clear.
Yeah, I could run over and get to Darius up. I know.
Okay.
But I'm going to attack the metal ball. Oops. I typed R and then backed it off and then didn't type it again.
You're aiming.
Yes.
All right. That
So no
hits.
movement for me. Finally. All right.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. That metal sphere is looking to be heavily damaged, and you think another hit, even a minor one, will probably break it.
That's it.
That's it. All right. Iago, you are also charmed.
I say minor hit. Okay.
Darius is still friendly to you. Like, you're
Yeah.
not enemies of the party, so.
Yeah, he's one pass, one fail. He's fine right now.
you're
A single.
also
If he rolls a
hard.
nat 1 on his death save, he dies.
Yeah, if he throws a nat 20, he's up.
Oh, when
Can
you're right,
we,
you're right.
You know what?
You're also a bard. It's one of the reasons I didn't do anything to help Darius.
I'll cast Cure Wounds onto Darius.
All right. You walk up to Tadarius. You go through the motions. You cast the spell. The spell slot is expended, but there is no effect. Nothing happens.
No, ain't that a bitch?
Anti-magic field.
Tadarius kind of pissed him off by making him glow a color.
No, say sorry, buddy. And I guess I'll end my turn.
Okay.
Yep.
Is
Co-
Harold also friendly to me since we're both charmed?
You're still friendly with the whole party. The only thing is you are forced to consider the beholder a friendly as well,
Oh, okay.
and therefore you cannot attack him.
The
But-
party's our buddy. The beholder's our buddy.
Yeah.
Our buddies don't get along, but we like them both the same.
Cabal, you're still straddling
Yeah.
the Iron Sphere.
So I'm just gonna real quick do something fucking crazy right now.
Which you can do.
I'm going to first of all try and get a reaction. So I'm gonna call his mom a bitch or a hoe.
Okay.
Beholders don't have moms.
Would you prefer to use persuasion or intimidation?
Intimidation.
Well, then be intimidating about it.
Okay. Damn.
You hear this mocking retort, "What ugly, imperfect creatures you are."
Okay. From that, do I know an idea where it came from?
Generally, sure.
Okay. Can I reckless attack, jump in the direction, kind of like leading it to where I think it is? See if I can't catch on to something.
I would say you can certainly try. Go ahead and
Cool.
make an athletics check.
Cool.
I really gotta buy you that shirt under.
I already have it.
Oh, you do? I figured.
My sister got it for me.
Oh, could be reckless with this. Can I do reckless? Yeah. Can
You should be able to, yeah. I would agree that this is in fact a reckless attack.
I? Cool.
So you
Wait.
fly up there.
Was that right? I don't know if that was right though.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
yeah.
Do that.
But you're moving pretty slowly. So you jump up there, your axe held high. You swing.
But I was leading it. I was leading it.
Yep,
Yeah, you
that's why
Still miss.
you still miss. And as you fall towards the ground,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to take an attack of opportunity against you and try to bite you in the ass.
Just missed him.
You just missed him. Literally, you had the right space. You just didn't hit his armor
Uh-huh.
class.
Missed.
Does a 19 hit you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So you take 15 points of piercing damage as he bites you in the ass.
Okay, half that, 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you fall to the ground and take 12 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall, landing prone on the ground.
13 total for. Got it.
Anything else?
Uh. That was my action.
Yeah, that was your action. You've used up all of your movement speed.
Yep. Nope, that's it.
All right. At the end of your turn, you do get to make that dex save again to
I
try
do,
and
yes.
avoid being slow. Congratulations, you are now full speed.
Nice.
Okay. Let's see this guy. Well, the thief did just try to hit him with an axe of all things. How utterly uncivilized. He's going to shoot a beam at you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That lime green beam coming at you again. Dex save. All right, you
Oh,
dodge it
I-
as it disintegrates a divot in the floor next to you,
Nice.
and it shoots again at you.
Bring it. That's the white one, isn't it?
No.
The yellow.
This is not the yellow. This is I will say this is a green one. Not a green. Sorry, not a green one. What color haven't I? Blue. We haven't used blue yet. We'll use blue for this one. Con save.
Okay. This is a scene, so we're gonna do this.
All right.
Bing.
It hits
Boom.
you, but you resist its effect, and it fires a third beam at you.
Ba-boom.
That same purplish beam strikes out at you. Another con save. It hits you, and you resist its effects, taking only 15 points of necrotic damage.
Nice.
So if you have that again from your rage, that would be 7.
It's on a 25.
He's saved. It was a saving throw. So yeah, some of these are it just hits you and you have to take an effect with the saving throw.
Yeah.
Some of them are save for nothing, some are save for half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
that
worries.
didn't do shit.
All right, Adeline, you are still stuck to this sphere, however rough of a shape it's in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack it twice and hope I hit it.
All right, roll to hit.
Bro, what?
You do not hit it. Or I shouldn't say that, because you're physically right there. It's just your hits aren't ineffectual.
Yeah. That's it.
All right,
Wait,
Tadarius,
don't you
death
have
save.
an adamantine sword?
He does, but he is also restrained because he's
Oh.
stuck to it.
Nice.
His armor is working against him in this case. All right, it's 1 pass. Well, 2 passes now. Harold.
Well, I guess I'll fire another shot at the giant metal ball.
Roll to hit. That'll hit. All right, the arrow hits it, penetrating deep, and you hear it cracking as the ball begins to fall towards the ground with Adeline falling next to it. Adeline, you are no longer restrained. However, I do need a dex save for you to not end up under it when it lands on the ground.
Good thing you're not restrained.
That's why that's why I specified that.
Dex, save. Well,
It's also still inspired.
boop.
Nice.
Doing some crazy math here.
All
I'll
right.
take it.
Yeah, it crashes into the ground, cracking the floor and getting embedding itself into the floor partially. As you land next to it, taking 8 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall.
Me?
But you are no longer restrained. The orb is no longer floating. Harold, anything else on your turn?
Aimed.
All right, Iago,
Well,
you are currently standing next to the downed Tadarius.
can I just pour a healing potion down his throat?
You can. You pop the cork, you pour the potion down his throat. It has no effect.
Yeah, that's magical too.
Yes, healing potions are magical.
Sounds like I gotta beat this one on my own.
You might have pissed him off, Tadarius.
Okay.
Anything else?
I guess I'll just start playing some fight music or something.
All right.
Benny Hill or Doom?
Maybe, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just like through the fire and flames on the guitar.
Fortunately,
So
there's
both.
yeah. All right, Cabal, you're prone on the ground.
I'm gonna get up.
Yep.
Okay. I would like to do the same thing to get a reaction again.
Okay. Well, go ahead and make your intimidation check.
Yep.
You hear his voice call out from like 40 feet up. Now you're just being rude about it.
Nice. And then from that, I'm going to chuck a spear, reckless attack, in the direction that I heard it, leading it.
Yeah.
Same way I did last time.
Roll to hit. You
Cool.
are still at disadvantage because you can't see the thing.
Damn it. This is a flat roll.
Yes.
And then would that be strength? Yeah, it is. Bop. Boom.
Your spear strikes nothing.
Damn it. What did I see again? I forgot. Barely.
It's high.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Hmm. I guess I'm just gonna go and pick up my 2 skeleton heads.
Okay. You walk
Yep.
over and pick up your 2 skeleton heads.
Cool. Yep. And how much movement speed do I have left?
None.
Oh, am I near to Darius?
He's 10 feet away from you.
Never mind. All right, that's it.
Okay. Let's see. At the end of your turn, you have pissed him off sufficiently that he is going to use a legendary action and shoot you with a beam, Cabal.
Nice.
Another bright green beam at you. Dex save.
Okay. That's a 2d20. What was it? Plus 1? Oh, that one took a while to fucking.
All right,
That
you
was
dodge
scary.
it. The iron sphere remains are disintegrated instead of you.
And I'm just gonna give him the bird again, bitch.
Now he starts his turn and fires another beam at you.
Bring it.
This is the yellow beam. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw versus the frighten effect.
Oh shit.
I thought this was the slow one.
Yeah, I thought it was a slow one.
Yeah, well, there also is a fear one. And that one's yellow.
That was also yellow.
That one
Fuck.
is yellow. As you are now frightened.
Damn it. Oh wait. Can I use fanatical focus to reroll that?
Sure.
Cool.
You are very much afraid.
No.
Are you sure that was advantage? Jesus Christ! I see the H, but I
Another
don't believe
beam.
it.
He just piles on with the fear.
Okay. So.
And another beam
yeah.
at you. We're just going to ignore that one. Alright, a deck save. As he, shoots the slow beam at you again.
Jesus fuck. Yeah.
You are also slow.
Damn it. This guy really hates me.
He does. And he's shooting his third beam at you.
You took his stuff.
I need you to make a wisdom sleep. A wisdom saving throw
sleep.
versus sleep.
Cool. Was that already 3?
He does have legendary actions. He
Oh, okay.
just hasn't been using them because he hasn't needed to. But then you pissed him off. And you fell asleep.
Nice.
So you're now snoozing in the center of the room.
Nice.
Alright, Adeline. You're prone next to Cabal. Him snoring away.
The beholder's still invisible.
Yep.
Oh my god. He's just asleep?
Appears so.
Quickly form a circle and go, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Can I just smack him in the face and try to wake him up?
You can use an action to attempt to wake him.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, you smack him with your action. He wakes up. So Cabal, you're awake, prone on the ground, slow and afraid.
Nice. I would.
He's still
damn.
afraid.
Adeline?
Yeah.
I'll use my bonus action to second wind real quick.
Okay.
And that's it. Or
Alright.
can I just move away from Cobble?
Sure.
How close am I to the door?
The door is 20 feet to the south of you.
Can I go stand next to the door?
How much movement speed do you normally have?
Oh, 30. So whatever gets, however close
So
I can get.
you'd
to
have
the door.
15 left, so you'd be like 5 feet in front of the door.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll just
Alright.
hang out there for now.
Yep. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. At the end of your turn, you will take a legendary action to shoot a beam at Cobble. The death ray. Deck save, Cobble.
It's a scene effect.
It's finally time.
Yes, it is a scene effect.
You're asleep.
No, he's
Oh,
not. I
no,
woke
he's
him up.
awake.
He's
Oh,
awake.
Pay
he's
attention.
awake.
Bitch.
You die.
Oh, fuck.
Lucky. Lucky.
Keep him coming, bitch.
I think Cabal's like the best one for him to continuously target because he has the scene effect advantage.
Yes, he does. All right, Tadarius, death save.
Don't die.
Hey.
All right, you stabilize. Go ahead and roll a d4. If nothing else happens, you will wake up with 1 hit point in 2 hours. Harold.
Okay.
Where's Iago from me?
He is next to you.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, he ran up to Tadarius.
Yep.
Sorry, he's
That's what,
he's
yep.
15 feet away from you.
All right. Harold remembers some things. He's not the smartest guy. Not book smart, but he remembers stuff occasionally. I'm gonna slap Iago.
You're just gonna slap him like you're attacking him.
Yep.
Okay. Roll to hit. Iago, does a 15 hit your armor class?
Nope.
Nope, I miss.
Anything else?
Nope.
Iago.
Yeah, I don't like that he swung at me.
Oh, Iago. At the start of your turn, you would realize that you were no longer charmed.
But I know why I'm no longer charmed.
It happened when you got close to Tadarius.
Huh? Okay.
Oh, that bastard.
And Harold, you would also no longer be charmed at this point, having struck at Iago.
Still can't heal Tadarius. Or if charm's gone, is the magical shit gone?
Well, you would probably know enough to know that if there is an anti-magic field around this area, whatever effect was causing you to be charmed was likely magical, and by entering it, you are no longer charmed.
Huh. Alright, now can I give
No.
no?
You are still inside the anti-magic. That's why you're no longer charmed.
Oh, so it just lasts for 1 turn?
So
No.
drag me out.
You entered an area that broke the charm. Tadarius is also inside of that area, so if you tried to use a health potion, it would have the same no effect.
Oh, okay.
So you're in an area with Tadarius that doesn't
Okay.
allow magic.
Can I drag Tadarius the 15 feet towards the door where I was before when I got charmed?
Do you have 30 feet of movement? Normally? You're at half speed when you're dragging someone, so
Can I drag him while flying?
no.
I have
You-
25. Can I move him 12 and a half feet towards that direction?
Yes, you can. And as you're dragging him over there, after about 10 feet, you realize that the beholder is not quite such a bad guy, and you're charmed again.
Oh. Okay, can I give a potion of healing?
That would require an
You-
action. You use an action to grapple.
Oh, to drag him?
Yeah. But you're pretty sure you're out of the anti-magic field now.
Alright. And I will use my last Harold already inspired.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll inspire Cabal, because why not?
Anything else?
No, my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action to shoot a beam at Cabal. Cabal, I need you to make a Wisdom save versus Charm.
Yeah. Again? Alright, charmed.
And he's inspired, right? Is he gonna use that on saving throw?
All right. You fight off the charm.
Doesn't matter.
Cabal, it is your turn.
Yeah. So what am I right now? What kind of ailments do I have?
You are slow, prone, and frightened.
And frightened, so I can't get near him, but I can still attack him.
Correct. You cannot willingly move closer to the source of the fear. You are at half speed. You get an action or a bonus action, but not both. No
Yeah.
reactions.
Got it. I would like to. Hard to.
Use the fear to zero in on him.
Yeah, honestly.
What he said.
Okay. How do you do that?
See, I have 20 feet of movement. That's after being feared.
Actually, I guess that would be a question for what's Skipball's intelligence.
Well.
Does he understand basic geometry and trigonometry?
I'm gonna walk 20 feet in one direction, and if I'm terrified to go in that direction, he must be right above me.
Okay, so what direction do you try to go?
North. I don't know what
You can't
north
go north.
is. Okay, can I just go? See, I'm in the middle. Fuck, I don't have a map.
It's a circle.
Well,
It's a circle.
I'd like
You're
to
in the
go
middle
to
of a
the
circle. I don't know if you
upper-
really need a map.
I'd like to turn 180 degrees around and walk straight back.
Okay, so
South?
you're going 20 feet south.
Yep.
All right, you go 20 feet south.
Am I too terrified to walk south?
No, you go 20 feet south.
Okay.
You were already too terrified to move north.
Oh, I think I found him.
So, put the two together.
I would like to reckless attack.
Okay, where
Throw
are
a
you attacking?
javelin to
At.
the north,
Okay,
a little bit ahead.
so a little bit to the right of north.
Yeah.
Okay, you throw your javelin. It does nothing. Hits nothing.
Huh?
There's nothing there.
I'm not gonna do an attack.
There's no need for an attack roll. There's
What?
nothing there for you to hit.
But what if I do hit something?
You would
No,
hit the
he's
wall.
Saying there's nothing there.
At best, you're going to hit the wall. At worst, you would
Okay.
screw up and hit an ally.
Well, that'd be fun. So, but okay.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Let's see. His turn. Iago, you suddenly realize you're not charmed anymore.
Oh, so
Harold,
beams of light
you are
coming
charmed
at me?
now.
He moved the anti-magic field.
Oh.
And then he's going to fire some beams at Cabal. This is that same blue beam. Constitution saving throw. All right. You shake it off. No, we'll re-roll that 'cause you're ready, Frank. Here we are. The pink beam. Wisdom saving throw versus charm.
Now you're gay.
You are now charmed.
Cool.
Inspired though.
Inspiration.
Oh.
You can use that on saving throws, correct?
He could, yeah. Would you like to do that?
Sure.
D8.
Yeah.
When does it turn into a D20?
All right, you're not charmed. All right, Blue Beam, Constitution saving throw.
The sad beam.
You are paralyzed.
Jeez, it is a sad beam.
That is
Oh,
sad.
Cobble, at the end of your turn, you do get to make a Wisdom and a Dex save against fear and slow. Forgot about that. Sorry.
Yeah, I did too.
You're still frightened.
It is- Oh, that was the dex.
Oh,
This is the
okay. Well, you're
wisdom.
still slow, and you're still frightened.
I mean,
And float,
Paralyzed.
float. Edeline,
Dude, still invisible.
he is still invisible.
Bro, I...
it's hard for
You
us.
can make
melee guys.
educated guesses and try to attack where you think he'd be. You were taunting him and getting him to reveal his position to some accuracy.
Yeah, can I ask him, can I just say, so you're not the one that created this place? Were you in charge of all the monsters and people that were operating all the mechanics of this place?
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasive.
You hear the voice call out. Of course not. I manage my treasure. And the treasure that you're soon to give me.
Can I just fire 2 longbow shots in the direction of the voice?
Sure. Your attacks are at disadvantage because you can't see them. But roll to hit.
Lord.
You do not hit them.
No, I don't.
Anything else?
Is everybody else still up?
Tadarius is unconscious.
But stable. He's fine.
Yeah. No, that's it. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep hanging out right here for now.
All right. At the end of your turn, he's going to shoot a beam at Cabal. No, he's already slow.
Paralyzed.
I think
As slow as
you,
it gets.
Alright.
you need a 6, a 7.
I know, there's... Cabal, I need a wisdom saving throw versus sleep.
I was gonna say you get all the effects stacked up on him. That'd be perfect.
As Cabal, while paralyzed, frightened, and slow, falls asleep.
Oh my god.
That's not all that it can do. Like, there's like 2 more effects it can
He's
just
just a
add.
Yeah.
fucking vegetable.
Like,
Like, if we're not counting the stuff that would instantly kill him or kill him eventually.
all right, Harold, you are charmed, currently.
I'm thinking. I'm also tired, so it's not helping.
I did not think this would take this long. Sorry.
I didn't think 3 of us would be charmed right away.
I didn't think y'all motherfuckers
2 of
would
us.
just stop attacking this motherfucker already.
Well, you gotta realize, Iago and I can't attack him.
Aren't we?
So
still
that's
can,
why
you know?
I'm doing a bit of meta by trying to slap Iago. So
I'm
I
not
guess
charmed
I'll
anymore.
So, what are you
You're-
doing, Harold?
I'm gonna walk over and slap Iago again.
All right, as you walk over towards Iago, hold on.
Yep.
Well, you hit him. I'll say, as you walk over towards him, you would realize the charm effect is lifting.
Uh-huh.
And then you slap him. I assume that's an unarmed strike.
Yep. So all of 1 damage.
All right. Iago, you take 1 damage from Harold as he just slaps you.
I was already uncharmed and you slapped me. Dirtbag.
Anything else, Harold?
Nope.
All right, Iago, you're standing there next to Tadarius and Harold. Harold had just slapped you. You are not charmed.
Yeah, I'd just like to tell the beholder, why don't let these fools confuse you with their questions. Acerex sent us, and he's here to collect payment for rent. and we just really need to collect that from you. He's gonna be really pissed if we don't show back up.
Then I will send him your corpses as my rent.
All right, doesn't care. We gotta shoot anti-magic field. I don't even know what the fucking size of that fucking thing would be. Yeah, I could fly directly towards where I think his voice would have been heading as he was traveling and attack him with a fucking rapier.
Make a perception check real quick.
Perception. Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, you hear his voice. You fly up towards it. And you get to where you think he might be. Make your attack roll at disadvantage. You hit him.
Nice.
All right, yeah. You stab forward, and you hear him go, "Ow! You hit Belcour's right in the eye!" As you realize you and Harold are now both still charmed.
Charmed again.
It closed his eye. After you stabbed him in it.
When he closes his eye, we're charmed.
Yes, because that turns off the anti-magic field.
Oh. Okay.
Anything else, Iago?
No.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action to shoot a beam at Cabal from right next to you. Nope. I think he's already hit you with that. That's charm.
No,
Yeah.
he's not charmed.
You're not charmed?
What?
Is he
No, it
charmed?
was.
No, that's right.
Yeah,
You're
you
not charmed. Okay,
Yeah,
you have,
one.
you have
Pass
to
the
make it.
charm.
Yeah, you pass charm. So you have to make a wisdom save versus charm. Pink beam.
Pinky, what's up?
Now you're charmed.
Yeah.
All right. Cabal, it is your turn. You are charmed, paralyzed, frightened, and slowed.
Okay, so paralyzed.
And
can I
prone.
do a strength save?
Isn't he asleep as well?
And you're asleep, yes.
Oh,
So
Hey,
there's
what-
nothing you can do about asleep. There's nothing you can do about charm. At the end of your turn, there's nothing you can do. First, make a Constitution save versus the paralysis.
mm-hmm. Bop. Boom.
Okay, no longer paralyzed. Wisdom save versus the fear. You're still frightened, and a Dex save versus the slowness.
Boom.
And you're no longer slowed. So you're just frightened and unconscious.
So I'm having nightmares.
And charmed.
You're having like these like
So I'm
weird
having
like
horny nightmares.
you're having like these like weird nightmares about a beholder, and yeah.
And a boner. Okay, cool.
You're very attracted to him.
Anything? So then at the end, no, he already used all that.
Yep.
All right, his turn. Well, let's see. Yeah, he's gonna do this thing. On his turn, he's gonna shoot some beams at Iago right in front of him. Iago, I need you to make a wisdom save versus sleep.
Oh no, I'm flying.
Yes, you are.
are. Wisdom, huh?
Wisdom.
It's okay. When you hit the ground, you'll wake up.
Oh,
So you fall unconscious and begin to fall away. You hit the ground and take 16 points of bludgeoning damage, which wakes you up.
nice.
And then he shoots you with another beam. Nope, he already hit you with that one. strength saving throw.
Is it a ranged attack? Just kidding. Strength saving.
Strength saving throw.
Jesus Christ.
All right, as you are gripped in his telekinetic ray and pulled 30 feet back up into the air,
Oh no.
you are currently restrained as he shoots another beam at you. His third beam is that purple beam, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Well, that's the hurtful one.
One of the hurtful ones. It's actually the least hurtful of the hurtful ones.
Mm.
All right, so you pass for half, taking 10 points of necrotic damage.
Good roll.
I am.
Are you conscious?
I am exactly at 0.
All right, so you're unconscious. He is then going to just let go of the telekinetic ray. You fall to the ground and take 8 points of bludgeoning damage and a failed death save. He then opens his eye. No one notices anything immediately. Adeline.
Adeline.
Dude's still invisible.
Yep.
Can I use an? Because I would have started putting my stuff down pretty much right after entering the door, right?
Yeah, you guys were right at the door when you did all that.
Can I use an object interaction just to pick up some of the coins off the floor and ask him if it's okay that I take these or not?
I will hunt you to the ends of this world if you take so much as a single coin from me.
Yeah, I'll fire two longbow shots at the boys.
All right, roll to hit at disadvantage. The 19 will hit.
What we wouldn't do with for the magic missile.
All right, yeah, your arrow seems to hit something in the air and then falls down. You're pretty sure you wounded him again. Anything else?
10 or 15 more of those and we're in business. No. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, at the end of your turn, he'll use a legendary action to shoot a beam at Kabal. No, he's already asleep, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so no. There you go. Kansei versus the purple beam. Yep, so you take half. So you take 16 points of necrotic damage. I would remind you being unconscious ended your rage. But you're now awake. And you're no longer charmed.
I gotta do some quick math.
You're just, I think, frightened and no, you should just be frightened right now.
Yeah.
And prone.
And prone, yes.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Let's see. Tidarius still unconscious. Harold, you are charmed currently, next to Tidarius.
All right. I guess throw a potion of healing down to Darius's throat.
You can indeed. Go ahead and roll the healing potion. All right, Tidarius, you wake up on the ground with 5 hit points. Anything else, Harold?
Holy shit.
No, that's all I can really do.
All right, Iago.
Charmed sucks.
Yes, it does. Death save. You wake up on the... So this is the start of your turn. You wake up on the ground with 1 hit point. You are not currently charmed.
Nice. All right. from the ground. Still can't see him.
You still cannot see him.
Based off the amount of times that we've called out, is he in a like going in a pattern at all as far as a ring? Or is it very random?
It's not super random. He's not jutting across the ground, but he does occasionally reverse direction. He does cut corners occasionally. Enough to make it where you can't just use a clock to figure out where he is.
Okay. Yeah, just yell at him or taunt him.
What do you say?
Yeah, I heard piece of shit. Not enough though.
And he retorts, I'm merely softening you up before I come in for the kill.
Alright, can I shatter at the voice?
Absolutely. Deck save?
And shatter is
Done.
con save. At 3rd level, yeah.
Alright. I believe that fails.
The saving throw is 14.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry. You cast it, but there is no effect. Shatter does not go off.
Oh, it does not go off? Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. I forgot you're inside the anti-magic field.
Oh, fuck, I thought it wasn't. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. I'll
All right.
stand up. And then in my turn.
Cabal. So you're currently prone and frightened.
Okay. Hmm. I'm just gonna probably do the same thing and just attack in the direction where I hear him.
Well, you currently
Easy.
don't hear him.
Well, I'm gonna do intimidation.
Okay, be intimidating.
Your mom's a whore.
And your mom's a hole!
What'd that do?
Well, you heard him.
Cool. I'm gonna throw a javelin.
Well, roll it at disadvantage. You just limp wrist it, doesn't get anywhere near him.
Yeah, it don't go nowhere.
Anything else?
Why didn't I? I would like to. Why didn't I not? Why didn't I rage? Why didn't I rage? I'm gonna like the rage.
Okay, you get angry. Anything else?
Yeah. Nope, that's it.
All right, at the end of your turn, you can make a wisdom save
Come on,
to
baby.
end frightened. You are still fearful.
Got it.
And at the end of your turn, he is out of legendary action, so he's just going to start his turn. Let's see. Yeah, the thief is still being mouthy, so he's going to shoot the thief. Cabal will beam at you.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yay.
So that's a deck save from a pitch black beam.
Bam! Oh shit.
It's a good thing you decided to be angry. As you take 49 points of necrotic damage.
And I'm gonna use Restless Endurance. Get 1 HP.
All right, so you're at 1 HP. That's good. That's very good. He's going to shoot you with another beam.
Yeah, you bring it.
Another deck save.
Damn.
You dodge it as it disintegrates a chunk of the floor out near you. Third beam
I
at
just-
you.
Ate the death beam.
Deck save again. This one a pale gray color as you dodge it. Hits the ground. The marble there looks a little funny.
It
Adeline.
looks more stone-like.
Yeah.
Bitch, 49. What the fuck is that?
Adeline.
I'm gonna pick up some more. But I take this stuff back, right? You said you're okay with that because we're the ones that left this here, right? As long as you don't take the stuff that you already had here.
It is all Belcor's, and you shall perish for having dared to even touch it.
I'm gonna take 2 more shots at the sound of his voice.
Roll to hit at disadvantage. You do not hit anything.
Yep. That's it.
All right, Tidarius.
Oh, feels good to be alive again. I'm gonna like do an over exaggerated yawn and be like, "Good morning, motherfucker," and try to intimidate it as well to start speaking.
Make an intimidation check then.
So great if we had a wizard with sea invisibility.
You hear him yell out, Belcor's has killed you piddly little wizard once before, and Belcor's shall do it again.
Alright, I'm gonna try to do the whole lead thing. Oh wait, no. Okay. Would I know if I'm in the magic field? Could I sense it?
Make an Arcana check. You can feel the weave around you, which would indicate you are not currently in an anti-magic field.
Alright, well, I'm gonna try to lead him with that level 3 shatter, because I fucking hate this guy. Well, sorry, he still takes half.
Yeah, he still takes half. Yeah, it goes off. You hear him go, ow! You little fuckers! Anything else, Darius?
Then I am so like all these little cubbies with treasure.
Yes.
Are they like covered? Do they look like they have any
No.
cover whatsoever?
Oh, I see what you're saying. You think it might be possible to wedge yourself in the back and get some cover, but it'd only be like half cover, which is a +2 to AC and Dex saves.
Okay, so no, then I'll just let that sit then.
All right. At the end of your turn, he'll take a legendary action. He's going to shoot Tidarius a beam at you.
I thought he was out of legendary actions. You just said.
He gets some back every turn.
That's fucking shit.
Every time he takes a turn, he gets some more. He gets more of them. As you need to make a Dex save against a green beam at you. No, sorry, not green. This is gray. All right, you dodge it. And Harold, your turn.
All right. Man, I feel like a scarecrow covered in crows right now.
You are currently charmed, by the way.
I know. That's why I feel like a scarecrow covered in crows right now.
So what do you do?
I can't think of anything to do. Dodge.
Okay, you dodge. Iago. You are currently on the ground, standing. You are not charmed.
Not charmed. Okay.
You should just fly up in the air and try to grapple him so we have something to shoot at.
Let me do it.
I don't know how much I can carry, but yeah, I guess I'll taunt him and try to get up to him.
All right, what do you say?
Where you at, you little fucker?
Belcors is everywhere. Belcors knows all.
Lunge, 50 feet of fly speed towards, try to grab him.
All right, yeah, you fly towards something. You think you might be close to him. I'm gonna say go ahead and make. Nope. First, you gotta make a perception check, because it'll be
Perception.
if you can find him, it will just be a normal grappling check. But you do need to actually find him precisely. So give me just a quick perception check.
Oh no. Where did my chat go? Clicked on something. Okay.
All right, yeah, you fly up there. You can feel the air disrupted by his undulating eye stalks. You can make your strength athletics check to grapple him.
Fucking A. Come on, 5 rolls.
You have to beat a 7. You fail to grapple him.
Wow.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. As he yells out, "Annoying birds!" and he shoots a beam at you using a legendary action. Iago, you need to make a wisdom saving throw versus sleep.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Wisdom saving throw.
You fall asleep.
I
You
hit
fall
the
the
ground.
30 feet to the ground
Wake up
and take
and then
10 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground and wake up.
go unconscious.
And then fall unconscious.
Jesus Christ. All right.
All right, Cabal.
Yeah, I'm still asleep. Right?
No, he hit you. You're
No,
awake.
I'm awake.
You're just frightened.
I would like to have. Wait, do I have at least one healing potion on me? I think I do. So I think I gave most of them to Homeboy Harold. Yeah, I do. I have one on me. Can I shove that down Lago's throat, please?
So you're running over to Iago and throwing it in his throat. Unfortunately, because of your fright, you cannot move to where Iago is. You cannot
Okay.
move closer to where the threat is.
Cool. Since I know this, I would like to intimidate one more time. Same as always. Make fun of his mom, because, why not?
Because beholders don't have moms.
As he calls out, "I am beginning to tire of your jokes. Find new material."
And I'm going to attack in that direction with the javelin.
All right, attack at disadvantage.
Flat rolls. I'm raging. Reckless attack.
Very nice.
One of the few creatures you can fight where reckless really doesn't matter that much. At least for them.
You do not hit anything, Cabal.
That is a high ass. Gotta be like an 18 or something. Fucking hell.
It's very much an 18.
Very much an 18.
Anything else, Cabal?
Running out of javelins here.
Go collect your other javelins you threw.
Oh, I could do that, huh?
You throwing two?
Well,
Well, right now he can't because he can't go
Yeah.
over to where they are.
can't go over where they
Oh
are.
yeah.
No, that's it.
All right, at the end of your turn, you can make a wisdom save to attempt to not be frightened. You are still afraid.
Got it.
At the end of your turn, he will take a legendary action, and he's going to shoot the other thief. He's going to shoot Adeline. Adeline, you need to make a dex save versus a pitch black beam.
The one fucking beam he shoots at me, really? I'm still inspired, by the way. I never used that inspiration.
That's good. That's very good.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, Under.
He's dead.
As he takes, and you take 58 points of necrotic damage.
That is exactly how much health I have right now.
If it reduces you to 0, you die instantly.
There it is.
So you are dead. The cackling laughter of the beholder echoes in the chamber. And now it's his turn. Let's see. He is then going to shoot a beam at Cabal. Cabal, deck save. Gray beam.
Yeah. Gray beam. I like gray beam. Gray beam.
You dodge it. Let's see. The wizard's being annoying as well. He's going to shoot a beam at the wizard. Tadarius. This needs to be a wisdom save versus fear.
I think he's a bard, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's been doing wizardy stuff, and beholders are pretty belligerent.
Yes.
Ah.
And you did damage him, actually. So he's going to shoot another one at you, Tadarius. As you prevent being afraid, but then need to do it again. You are still not afraid. All right. Adeline is dead. Tadarius, it is your turn.
I'm really fucking angry at this guy. Like, what's the matter, pussy? We're not good enough for you?
No one is good enough for Balcors.
Alright. Level 3 shatter. Time it, all that good jazz.
All right.
You know you're.
Well, I think he takes half.
You rolled it? Oh, he did 20. That's so shit.
Well, you do know you hurt him. Anything else?
No.
All right. You hear him grumble out, "Stupid wizards!" as he uses a legendary action to shoot at you.
Okay.
Strength saving throw versus telekinesis. As you are restrained and hoisted 30 feet into the air. Harold, your turn.
Well,
You are still currently
Mhm.
charmed. Iago is bleeding out on the ground.
so Harold has a wisdom of 16. Is he wise enough to see this fight is not going well, and based on his objectives, probably want to pull back? And
That's
also
your
the fact
call.
that he can't harm the character. So yeah, I think Harold's gonna start backing out of the room.
All right, you run for the door. You're not slowed, so you would easily be able to get to it and get out into the hall.
Yeah, I'll keep moving. All 90.
All right, you start running down that hall. I believe that would get you almost all the way to the entrance to the furnace.
All right. Then I'll item and action, grab a grappling hook and a rope out.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right. And at the end of your turn, he will take a legendary action to shoot at the restrained Tadarius. Tadarius, you are restrained, so you have to make a deck save at disadvantage. All right. You're restrained, but you're still able to twist out of the way and avoid the gray beam. Iago, I believe you're unconscious. Make a death save. As
Oh,
you get
no
up with 1 hit
way.
point again.
No way. Iago,
Wait, I
get
thought
me out of
couldn't-
here.
Oh, that's right. I couldn't heal.
Get me out of here. Let's run.
Ugh. And I don't know. I guess I stand up and
Yeah, you can see Tadarius floating 30 feet in the air, restrained,
restrained.
Yeah.
Ugh.
held in a telekinetic field.
Man, a robot cleric would be so nice right now.
Well, can't get to him. And I see Harold out the door.
You were unconscious. You don't see Harold in the room at all.
Oh. I see Adeline dead. I see Harold missing. This
Yeah,
guy held
Adeline's on
up.
the ground, his eyes open. He ain't moving.
Okay. What's Cabal look like? Is he anything right now?
He looks
Or is he
frightened.
Just frightened.
And pretty fucked up.
I'm really fucked up.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get.
Harold has my potions of healing.
I'm trying to get out of the room. There's nothing I can do to help anybody.
So you're running for the door?
Yeah.
How much? You got 50 feet of movement, right?
Flying. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you're flying, I assume.
Yes, please.
All right. Yeah. As you fly right out that door. All fall before Belcours. Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
All right. At the end of your turn, he will take a legendary action to shoot another beam at the restrained Tadarius.
Talk.
Tadarius, wisdom save versus sleep.
Wow, you just got left, dog.
Tadarius, you are unconscious as you fall asleep. All right. Cabal, it is your turn.
Alright, so everyone has seemed to have left me.
Right now, it's just you, Tadarius, and Adeline's body.
Yeah.
And Belcours. Can't forget
And I
Belcours.
can't help Tadarius because he's 30 feet above me. Unfortunately, I'm a barbarian and I can't fly. So I'm gonna go ahead and just. How far am I away from the door?
You are 5 feet from the door.
Throw a health potion at me.
I don't have one. I used one on Lago. That was my last one.
Oh, at least give me a chance so when I hit the ground I could wake back up.
And then am I right? How close am I to Adeline?
Adeline's body is 5 feet in the other direction from the door from you. So if you go to her, you would be 10 feet from the door.
Can I grab her bag? 10
Yes.
feet, and then run 30 feet through the door?
Yes, you go 5 feet forward to grab Adeline, grab her bag, and then you run through the door.
And then can we use dash action with that?
Yeah.
And get as
Oh,
far
wait, no,
as I
sorry, you
can?
can't go to her bag. That would be requiring you to move towards the threat. My bad.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. So then I'm just booking it. I'm dash action out
Alright.
of there.
That you can do. As
Yeah.
you retreat-
As I look at Tadarius and go, I didn't like you anyway, and gone.
Okay. Well, at the end of your turn, Belcours is going to try to finish off Tadarius. Tadarius, you need to make a wisdom save versus frighten.
Got this, buddy.
You got this.
Okay, you are frightened. It is now his turn. Let's see here. Tadarius is the only person still living, however briefly. So he will use... he's just going to start pelting you with beams, Tadarius.
Fuck you.
Oh no.
Oh,
You are unconscious and cannot pass a dex save.
he's dead. He has 5
He's
HP.
Yeah, he's dead.
As he hits you with the death ray, and you die.
Wow.
You know, I could have killed off my
Way
character,
to, way
but
to, way to keep me an hour past bedtime just to kill me off.
Your party left you behind. I'm sorry.
look, I can't fly, dog. So
Never liked that stupid cat, anyways.
I'm like the stupid cat anyway.
Even though I
He
just met him.
defiled our old
I'm gonna
friend.
be a revengeful bitch.
All right, as you guys
It
retreat,
would be smart to bring in a Vengeance Paladin.
as you guys retreat to the furnace, Harold hastily cobbling together some rope and a grappling hook to get up to the hatch. And I think that is where we will leave it for the evening.
Thank God.